Welcome everybody to Phandalin Session 9. In Session 8, we had a pretty busy session. The session began with the party examining the amethyst sphere, shaking a kobold from its influence. Cruel questions it, but it refuses to yield any information. Trying another tactic, the party ties a rope to Echo and Isadora, who attempts to approach and mentally engage the crystal. Isadora is able to activate the sphere, causing it to spin rapidly and function as a portal. After disappearing into the rapidly spinning sphere, the party finds themselves within a cave lined with massive amethysts. The group fills their bags with the priceless crystals. Further in the cave, they find an interactive draconic script filled with research. Cruel reads the illusion aloud, and Fife is able to make some sense of it, describing it to the others in layman's terms. Y'all learn that an experiment of some kind is being carried out. A power source elsewhere is being controlled through the efforts of someone referred to as Amethyst and someone else referred to as Ruby. And the place you were currently in, the Crystal Caverns, was both a laboratory and served to mute the signal of the power source so that the experiment can be carried out discreetly. Noting Lance doesn't know Draconic, Echo advises Lance to learn the language of his enemies, who begins to copy the illusory Draconic script. Although they encounter another amethyst sphere, the party infers it to be another door of some kind, and y'all note it, but do not return to it. You also discover an interface of hovering gemstones, which seem to serve a function. Fife recognizes rubies and a topaz present in the device. Lance was able to successfully wrench away one of the rubies, which broke the mechanism. Tucked into a crevice, Echo spotted a discarded skeleton of a young dragon. Actually, here, if you guys are interested, I found a picture. Did I put it on my desktop? Here we go. Of what this would have looked like. It's rather tremendous. Let me shrink that down a little bit.
I took its skull.
There we go. Yeah, so you took that skull. Boop. But you had found this discarded corpse, and it was sort of like tucked in this crack. And inspecting it closely, Lance, Fife, and Echo deduced that the corpse appears to have belonged to a gemstone dragon, as the gemstones which formed critical bones in the skeletal structure were missing. Noting the corpse was notably young, Lance wondered how many of a given gemstone dragon there can be at a time. And, as you mentioned, you had taken the skull. In the deepest chambers of the cavern, the party finds a massive churning crystal mechanism. Climbing down to the control apparatus, the party determined the device to be non-magical in nature. Isadora is able to psychically engage with the device but doesn't understand Draconic. However, she's able to determine the device isn't a door and is currently active. The party decides to turn the device off, which slowly ceases in response. You then all decide to take an 8-hour rest to await the return of whoever had originally activated the mechanism. Isadora treats the fabric of Cruel's parachute, nearly completing it. She also chemically reinforces amethyst for Lance, who fashions piercing bolt heads from them. Fife begins working on an injury-inflicted poison that renders sleep for 8 hours. Echo notices their work and shares their knowledge in the craft. Together, they're able to successfully produce the first components of the advanced poison. By the end of the rest, no one has returned to check on the mechanism, so the party reflects on the situation and decides to try amplifying the signal instead of muting it. Isadora successfully issues the command and it begins to function again. Kroll then casts Comprehend Languages and interfaces with the device, now able to understand the information being psychically delivered. He learns that the device is specifically configured to disguise the psionic presence of the topaz dragon. Inquiring about the nature of the surreptitious experiment, he learns the following. Gemstone dragons do not have access to magic and are extremely psionic. When killed, a gemstone dragon reincarnates, as they are elementals of the material plane. The amethyst is cooperating with the ruby. They have taken the topaz captive, and they have used it to conduct an experiment. The experiment is to take place somewhere beneath Phandalin, and the device that you guys were accessing at the time is configured to hide the psionic presence of both the experiment being carried out and the topaz dragon in particular. Having learned all this, Cruel decided that amplifying the signal was probably a bad idea and decided to turn it back off. You then went back up to the kobolds, told them to show you where all of the loot was, basically from all the bodies, because y'all were looking for Deanna. You were able to successfully recover that, and decided to return to town from there. On the way back to Phandalin, you witness a large envoy of storm giants who are traveling westward, not toward Phandalin, but rather west of Phandalin. But you didn't think too much of it at the time. And once you returned to town, you deposited all your stuff at Fife and Cruel's house, which they showed you. And then you all went to go visit Harbin Wester. Cruel informed Harbin that there's a dragon underneath the town, and other dragons are converging on Phandalin. Lance informed him that Deanna's entire expedition is dead, and Echo informs him that they were unable to locate the giant bat. Harbin confirms that this information is consistent with some of the other reports, and expresses concern with a large black tree that has grown from the burned ruins of the Rodros Manor. Showing it to all of you, navigating you through the town, you all see signs that mark a perimeter around the territory, and a full-grown black tree bearing a black bell is present among the ruins. Let me show you that here. A man named Delroy was sent to chop down the unsettling tree, but unfortunately erupted into a bloody mist, which subsequently was absorbed into the tree's bark. This reportedly also happened to several other unfortunate and curious passerby, prompting Harbin to have signs erected and flour kind of tossed to mark whereabout the perimeter is safe to walk. Yes, Kroll uses his divine sense to feel for the nature of the tree. Kroll, you were able to determine that the tree was demonic in nature. You also picked up on something else that was kind of interesting as well, which I told you on the side. And then lastly, Harbin had informed all of you that the paladins had captured the creature that had attacked Revlin Rodros in his apothecary shop and have detained the creature in the jailhouse. At the very end of the session, you had all noted that from the east approached a massive looming blizzard, while from the west gathered a black churning tempest, and each were unnaturally converging on Phandalin. And I'd like to also emphasize that these are massive, massive storms. These are like Category 5. This town is going to be like destroyed when both of these storms get here. Kind of storms. So that's where we're at.
So are we just standing in front of the tree right now?
At the moment, yes. I should probably put down little torches or something, but I would say there's little signs.
What time of day is it?
For the sake of ease, I'm gonna say it's fairly early in the morning.
Great.
The start of the day. And that's about everything, says Harbin to all of you.
Hey, Harbin, you should touch the tree.
I think not.
Damn, well, I tried.
Say, I do have a certain favor I need to ask the two of you when you get a second, but a personal matter. Town business.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We can help. Should we? Do you need to meet us somewhere?
Well, actually, if you wouldn't mind, sort of nodding to Echo, Lance, and Isidore, if I could just have a moment of time with your companions. he sort of is like, hey, leading to Cruel and Pipe. He's like, we need to have a town meeting over here, and so we'll sort of move y'all into the grass, kind of out of earshot of everybody.
Okay.
And he says, I know you have your hands full, but we have a little bit of a situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
There has recently been a break-in
Uh-huh.
What?
At the apothecary? No way.
They broke into the apothecary?
Well, no, not the apothecary.
Oh, okay. Because,
Oh.
you know, you kind of broke into there with us.
And he's like kind of waves you to like keep that down, you know. He's like, nonsense. He's like, actually, we have the authority to do such things as needed. However, it seems that several of my keys have gone missing, and I don't have very much information on it.
Oh.
But
Damn.
Well, what are you thinking?
We'll keep our eyes peeled.
When did
Well,
they go missing?
I have my suspicions. They went missing several nights ago. The details are a little hazy.
So sometime after we left town.
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe it was approximately around that time.
Oh, okay.
Now, that being said, I have my suspicions. But one thing has to be dealt with at a time. This tree business is nasty business, and quite frankly, your faces are all over this, and people seem to know that you're affiliated with the town now. Mm-hmm. So, if possible, I really need the two of you to coordinate with the paladins and do something about this unsightly tree. It's freaking people out, and it killed like 4 people now.
Have you tried burning it down?
Yeah, we asked
Have you
that.
tried setting it on fire?
Yes, y'all did ask this. Something similar. They're not able to approach it. Anything that they try to approach it, or that like goes in, like doesn't make it in. It gets like fried actually as soon as it enters. It
Damn.
sort of bursts into flame. Like even the metal just sort of like, and it's just gone. Birds that fly in. Actually, the birds get misted. Anything organic gets misted. Unorganic things burn.
Okay. Well, we will need to figure out something to do with the tree. So leave that to us. You keep looking for those keys, I guess, or, you know, let us know who we should keep our eye on.
Keep us posted.
I certainly will. And as soon as the rest of you, or as soon as you all get a free moment to catch up, I'd really like to go over this in a little more detail and follow up on this investigation.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, my work here is done. And then he sort of just like pats his hands and he says, best of luck with your investigation. The paladins, I believe, are over at the jailhouse, and he sort of tells you how to get there.
Okay.
Then he's going to excuse himself and sort of greet the rest of you, or bid you farewell, rather, and then make his way back to his place, where he will disappear from the map for the time being. Okay, so what would y'all like to do?
Well, gotta go meet up back with everyone else. Let's go back to the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are going back to the tree.
On our way back, hey, did we tell them we stole the keys?
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Just checking.
That's out of character, correct?
Well, we're not back to them yet.
No, you didn't tell everybody. Are you asking me, or are you asking
No,
Fife?
I'm asking Fife.
You're just asking the world.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't know. Do we really? As we're like walking back over, it's like I don't know. Do we really have to get rid of the tree? I think it kind of livens up the area. Really
Yeah, it's
pulls
not
it all
bothering
together.
anyone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of just want the wood from it, though. I feel like material that instantly kills things would be really useful.
Maybe, but then you're like you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah.
Also, we don't know that it kills things. It like missed them. Maybe they're getting teleported somewhere. Maybe they're somewhere else. We don't know if they're dead.
No, I think it's killing people.
It didn't sound good. It did not sound good.
Listen. How do we know how teleportation even works?
The signs
I had a
warn of death.
friend who's getting. He was telling me one time that. Oh, never mind. That's not important.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
so what would y'all like to do about all this? Echo, you... Well, never mind.
Echo would actually.
Sorry, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just add, Echo, by now you should have heard back.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Like, what would I know by now? Okay. Echo needs to run some errands in town, so I think they would just say, well, it looks like we have many choices ahead of us, and before we choose on a direction, I need to run some errands. Should we... I can meet you back here in an hour, if that works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Go
so
for it.
Echo walks away then.
Okay.
Yeah. Boop, walk away. They're gonna go to the apothecary.
Hunter?
Oh, sorry about that. I was muted. The apothecary shop is currently closed.
Shoot. Then they'll...
Hey.
Ah,
Hey,
shit.
we should just completely unrelated. We should also go to the apothecary. Me and Cruel.
Okay, yeah, we can head back to the apothecary.
Are we gonna run into Echo on our way there?
Why would y'all go back to the apothecary?
Oh,
What
free
reason do you
stuff.
have to go back there?
We might leave the place.
Yeah.
Actually, they do have... because they know something.
We know lots of
They
things.
know something in particular in regard to something they just discussed with, with Harbin.
Well, that's funny timing then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That actually would make sense.
Okay. So
Okay.
do we run into Echo on the way? On the way to the apothecary?
So everybody's going to the apothecary shop right now? Or,
Sure.
or rather, Lance is going separately. Lance, what are you up to?
I guess I'll work on more crossbow bolts.
Okay. So, Echo, as you approach the apothecary, the door is locked and you are unable to get in. And you're gonna arrive a little bit before Fife and Cruel.
Kind of look in the window. Do they see anything?
No. The room is dark.
Just dark? Nothing? Okay.
It's usually dim. Like, very, very dim on the inside of it.
They're gonna stand there for a
actually,
second.
it's not now, though.
Oh yeah, it's kind of morning. They're gonna stand there for just a second, thinking about what they should do, because they want to talk with Revelin.
Okay. So, in
So
that
they're
case...
pondering at the door at the moment.
Alright.
Is Revelin who I think it is? Is Revelin?
Revelin is exactly who you think it is. Alright, so... Fife and
What do you
Cruel,
think?
as the two of you make your way back to the apothecary shop, you will find Echo sort of pondering outside the door.
Hi, how's it
Hey.
going?
Oh,
Are you trying to get in there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to the door and mime like I'm picking it, but I'm not picking it.
can I do an
Excuse me.
insight check to see this or something?
Okay. Yep, 5.
so funny.
So you're pretending to be picking the lock at the door.
Yeah, but I'm being lazy and using the key instead, of course.
Oh, yeah. Echo, 100%. Roll me that insight check.
That's so funny. I want to see if Echo notices.
Do I roll against it with sleight of hand?
Ooh,
Yeah. Oh,
that's
yeah.
a nat 20.
Go ahead and roll against it with sleight of hand.
Okay.
Okay.
I dropped the keys on the ground.
Okay. So, Echo, as you're watching, 5 sort of casually walks over, and then, like, as if they're kind of picking the lock on the door, you watch as they quickly, like, kind of fumble for something on their person, and then a small brass key sort of, like, falls to the ground. And, like, you catch it. Fife is very quick. Before, like, actually, you know what? I'll say before it actually hits the ground, I'll say that Fife drops something, and it's, like, falling through the air, and they manage to catch it. They, like, snatch it before it's, like, too obvious, because they're pretty good at this. But you're so quick, Echo, that you catch that it's the small brass key I'm talking about. And with that, Fife, you sort of, like, reach upwards and unlock the door.
Ta-da!
Oh, how very handy you are. Ah, know how to pick locks, do you?
Absolutely.
Every lock in town.
What?
Clever.
Huh?
I know, I don't
Well,
pick locks in this town. What are you talking about? Only when necessary.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright, let's go on in.
I was coming by just to see Revelin, but I suppose if you have a key, we could go in.
Revlin. Hmm.
Yeah.
Is that the shop owner?
Yes, I believe so. The apothecary here.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
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 What are you saying this for? What do you?
Well,
I
he
don't quite
might
remember, but I think
might-
something bad happened.
He might not be dead.
He might be alive.
He might be alive.
Anyone might be alive.
You know, we don't know how teleportation works, so maybe him.
We don't.
Maybe he teleported. but-
To being not alive.
Yeah.
Echo,
so
how is this coming off to you?
This is coming off to me like they know something. Something about
Maybe-
his possible death.
Okay. Okay.
And possibly with the tree, knowing that the tree mists people.
yeah. So his body exploded.
Oh yeah.
We were there.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's part of the tree now.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, okay, so
Maybe he's
he
part
did.
of the tree. The demon
he-
that came out of him is probably part of the tree.
Oh yeah, that demon was
a
pretty
demon?
cool.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Echo is just gonna go up to any little table that's in this apothecary place, pull up a chair, and be like, "Sit down. We're going to have a conversation. Sit down. Sit down."
I walk up to the table and I just like sit down like a dog does on the floor.
Yeah, I jump up on one of the counters and I also sit down.
Great. We're all sitting. All right. You say he missed it, but a demon came out of him. What did
Exploded
this
out of
look- When did this happen? Tell me this story, please.
It was around the time the house burned down.
Right.
Because the demon fled to the house, and so we burned the house down.
Yeah.
You know.
That's how you get rid
burned
of
the house
demons.
down.
Yeah, we burned the house down.
Who
Okay.
could say?
No, it was
If
us.
you think about it, Revlin's choices burn the house down.
Yeah.
Right.
So we got Revlin a book. He opened the book.
It was a gift.
Some evil stuff started happening. He exploded. a
Yeah.
demon came out, and then
Oh,
we burned the
yeah.
house down.
He was floating. Okay, so he was floating in the sky. I think I shot the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just did we destroy the book? I think we destroyed the book.
I hit the book because it was weird. Something was happening. I didn't like it. And then it did stuff.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then
remember.
That's correct.
And then he missed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you attacked the book. The arrow
The book was
burst
doing something
into
freaky, wasn't it?
flame. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was happening was Revelin was hovering off the bed, and the book was. He had opened the book. As soon as he had opened the book, his shadow got burned into the wall behind him, and then both he and the book started hovering off the bed. You tried to attack the book. It wasn't successful, I believe. You tried to then turn and kill Revelin to spare him whatever horrible fate. However, as soon as this occurred, his body was like crushed into a sphere, from which the demon sort of emerged like an egg.
Crawled out. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was kind of sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we didn't want to
did-
fight the demon, so we burned the house down instead.
What did this demon look like, and did you actually kill the demon?
drink the
Don't tell Harbin. The demon's probably still. It's probably in that tree.
It's probably
You know,
that tree.
It's probably that
okay.
tree.
Oh, and what did it look like before?
Demon.
A lot of hands
I
floating.
think it was like black goo, kind of.
Kind of like an angel, but evil, like a demon.
Yeah.
Did it have wings like an angel?
Yeah.
Did it?
And many hands?
Yeah.
Is this sounding
Yeah.
familiar to me, Hunter? I can't hear you, Hunter. If you
Oh,
would
Hunter,
shit, sorry.
are you-
It did not have wings. It did have multiple hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just going off memory.
Echo, it is sounding pretty consistent with reports of dark magic, which is most often what you are sent to investigate. So far this is sounding pretty consistent with previous encounters with demons. But you would know that demons are generally unique.
Okay.
So really, the moral of the story, though, is he's not gonna mind if we take all these potions.
Right.
Victimless
because
crime.
you make a really good point. Echo stands up and heads straight for the healing potions.
Exactly.
Okay, Echo. Make me an intelligence check.
Oh shit. Okay.
They're all labeled.
Oh, what's my intelligence? I don't have a button. You got
There's
it.
potions
You got it.
all over the place. There's
Okay,
some
come
poisons
on,
in here as well.
intelligence. I get a +1 on intelligence, so that's all I get. 13. Okay, that's not too bad. Better than average.
Okay. How are you going about looking for these healing potions, Echo?
I've bought healing potions from him before, so I imagine I would know where he grabbed them from. So I'm gonna go to that spot he pulled them from last time I bought them.
Ooh, okay.
Cause I'm smart +1.
That's pretty good. Go ahead and roll one more time.
Sure. Come on, buddy.
Okay. Alright, Echo. So you know where the healing potions are kept. So you go straight to a cabinet. They're not straight up labeled as healing potions. They're labeled as something else, like, the components they're built from. But you're able to, like, sort of show everybody, hey, this is where all the fucking healing potions are kept.
Yeah.
Also, you probably would have noticed when you walked in, the reason it's not dim in here is the last time we were here, we stole the shade plant.
Whoa.
I believe
Yeah.
it's in Krul's bag right now.
Yeah.
Didn't you dump it at the house though?
No, I dumped a bunch of other stuff at the house. I've got the shade plant in my bag.
Okay.
Hey, and maybe since I rolled a nat 20, do I find something fun?
All right, sure. Go ahead and roll me a D100. And 5 Cruel and Echo. I'll say there are 10 healing potions. Go ahead and take your pick of them. I need to just...
Okay, I guess I'll just take 3 of them. I'm not gonna be greedy about it.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? There is no way. Okay.
Yes.
What?
Okay, Echo.
Like it.
You have received a potion which... Oh, damn. I will say this much. It gives you resistance to necrotic damage.
Sweet.
Necrotic damage is the kind of damage that you would be receiving from like abyssal sources. So actually, you know what? So I would say, Echo, that you, given your background with the Order of the Crimson Rite, this would actually be like a find you would be familiar with, and this would be like finding a diamond, like a needle in a haystack. You know, there's no way you're gonna find a potion like this with hell out here. But this is like a very powerful anti-witchcraft kind of potion. You know what? We're gonna soup this up a little bit. It gives you resistance to necrotic damage, as well as wisdom and intelligence saves against demons. Okay.
Wow. Alright, I take the healing potions as well.
Okay. There's 10 of those potions that all of y'all can see to distribute however you wish amongst yourselves.
I'll just take like 3, and then Echo can have 4. If that's okay.
Thank you very much.
3, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Anything else y'all want to do?
Are your friends dead? Or a demon?
Well, I was just
retreat.
trying to tell him his cousin was dead, so I guess it's kind of good news. I don't have to deliver bad news, you know. So.
Hey,
okay.
that's
Silver
what's on the right
lining.
side.
Exactly.
Hey, what do you say we go find Lance and see what we should do about these storms coming in? And this demon tree. What do we do with this? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And didn't our good paladin friend catch the shapeshifter?
That's true.
That's true.
That is very true.
I don't know,
We can
probably
also go talk to
unrelated
them.
to bigger problems. But okay,
We
let's
could-
make sure to lock this place up on the way out.
Right. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're gonna head out and find Lance.
All right, so y'all step out.
Sure.
All right, so meanwhile, Lance, you have found a nice quiet spot down here to sort of do your own thing, kind of minding your own business. And you are going to come across, let me see. This place doesn't have town guards. Perfect. Holy shit. Okay. So you're going to come across a soldier wearing dark red armor. This guy, and he's running in as if he's been sprinting for a while. He looks exhausted, and your mercenary eyes kind of narrow in on this figure as he sprints into the town. And looking left and right, he sees the houses are ruined. Sorry, go on.
So he's running towards the ruined houses? Is that what you said?
No, he's like looking about, but all these houses near the fence are all destroyed and like nobody lives in them.
So you, soldier.
Then he looks at you and he says, "Thank God, Somebody! And he sprints up to you. And he says, "Please, sir, tell me, where am I?"
You're in Phandalin.
Phandalin? That's impossible. I couldn't possibly be in Phandalin.
Well, I wouldn't lie to you, buddy.
Looking at his armor, this guy is wearing the armor of the Boletarian, the Holy Boletarian's Sacred Inquisition.
So you're one of those.
Yes. So this guy is a scout for the army, or rather, he is a soldier, not necessarily for the army, but for the Inquisition in particular. And he tells you, he says, we couldn't possibly be in Phandalin. We've only just departed from the capital 2 days ago. And Lance,
That doesn't
you
make any
would
sense.
know on the world map, the capital is miles and miles and miles and miles away.
Yeah,
There's
this dude's
no
been
way.
Smoking the rocks. He's
So-
out of line. Sorry.
No, it's all good. So looking at this soldier, this guy is haggard. He's clearly been like out in the wilderness for a couple of days. You're telling him he's in Phandalin. So okay. So he is going to say, looking at you, he says, "Do you know who's in charge around here, or who I could talk to? Can you point me in any directions?"
I would point you towards the obvious mayor, but he's got a lot on his plate. Surely you can tell me what the problem is.
And he says, roll me a persuasion check, Lance.
I'm not lying.
You're not lying. You're not lying. I just want to see if you can get information out of this guy.
Don't have to lie to persuade someone.
Why is my chat acting up?
Number 5. Hell yeah.
5, okay.
Information reserved only for the mayor. That's what that sounds like.
I'll tell you what he says. "I'll be happy to tell you, but if you could please bring me to this mayor, this is of the utmost urgency. And I'd rather save my breath for then."
I just point towards the mayor's house.
He'll tell you. He just wants you to tell both of you at the same time.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll go with him.
Okay, alright. So you guys are rushing up on in here at about the time that 5 Cruel and Echo are all in there. Harbin Wester is just getting comfortable. He's just sitting down when the door bursts open and he jumps to his feet alarmed as Lance and this soldier rush in. And he says, "Are you in charge?" And Harbin says, yes, I'm the mayor."
Do you feel in charge?
And the soldier sort of like salutes very formally. And, you know, he's going to introduce himself as Dorneo. And he says, "I'm Forward Scout Dorneo. I'm with the Sacred Inquisition. We've just departed from the capital 2 days ago for Phandalin, as a matter of fact. But strangely enough, we lost the way. And no matter what our scouts tried to do, we couldn't keep track of the landscape. It was as if the land itself was changing." He says, "The only thing we could keep track of, strangely enough, were these drops of shining light, which seemed to lead us through this endless forested path. The next thing you know, the whole army appears about 3 days south of Phandalin. We emerged from the woods. We didn't know where we were, so we went ahead and just settled down in place until we could get our bearings. And he says, I'm the first one to discover that we're right here outside of Phandalin. But that's geographically impossible. Somehow we've traveled thousands and thousands of miles.
That is weird.
And Harbin, like, doesn't really know what to say. And he kind of thinks for a minute. He says, well, maybe this is a good thing. We have had an awful lot of trouble around here lately. It might not be so bad if an army came this way. There has been some business. There are reportedly dragons in the area. How, you said the army's 3 days away? The soldier says yes. So there's no way for the army to get here in time for when these storms will converge on Phandalin. And sort of everyone kind of comes to this realization. And Harbin says, he's going to tell you both, I'm facing a crisis. My town is reportedly about to be a battleground for dragons. There is a tree that is causing some serious concern in the town. Basically, Harbin is currently, he's conveying to you that he's trying to figure out what to do with the civilians right now. He's a little overwhelmed at this time. So Lance, what do you think of all this?
Seems we will be getting some help for that, for those two converging forces. Help with those two converging forces.
Well, the army wouldn't be here in time.
Oh, okay. I missed that. I thought.
The army's
But
3
they got-
days away.
Yeah. So just this guy got like put ahead of them.
Yes, this guy is scouting. So basically what happened is the army lost their way. They don't know how. They departed from the capital. The path disappeared. They ended up deep in a forest, and wherever they went, they couldn't keep track of their bearings. Followed drops of shining light. And basically, according to this scout right here, they emerged from the forest 3 days south of Phandalin. Didn't know where they were, so they posted up until they could get their bearings and figure out where the hell they actually were. And this guy has just arrived because he spotted a settlement, stumbled into town, saw you, came to Wester, and is like, holy shit, we're actually in Phandalin. Or we're outside of Phandalin.
Okay.
So that's the situation.
Hmm.
So, Harbin, these storms will be here probably in like a day and a half. And these storms will obliterate the city. So Harbin's trying to figure out what to do. So, what Dorneo's gonna do is he's going to grab some supplies in town, and he's going to report back. So, what he'll do is he's going to excuse himself from Harbin and Lance here. And he informs y'all that he's going to resupply, stop by again, and then leave. To, like, report back to the others and let them know where they all are.
So I turn to Harvin and I tell him that if there's any place that all the civilians can go underground, that would be the best thing. In
What
fact,
did-
perhaps
never
the
mind.
guards too. And himself.
Underground. I don't know if any places
There's
around here have
there's no
anywhere
crypts,
underground.
no crypts or dungeons anywhere in this town.
Not in particular. We're not that fancy a place. We're
What about that
relatively.
mansion uphill?
Well, Lance, you have actually been to that mansion uphill, and
Yeah,
you have
isn't there an
been.
underground section?
There is. Harbin doesn't seem to know that.
Oh, well, I tell Harvin that and say the mansion that's occupied by the Crimson. What are they?
The fuck, what the fuck are they called? The Red Brands.
Yeah, the mansion that's occupied by the Red Brands has underground areas for people to take shelter in.
Preston Manor at the top of the hill. Would be
By the way, how did those guys ever get control of that manor? In possession of that?
Well, the manor's in ruins. They pretty much just showed up one day and they all went up there and no one really minded too much because
So they're squatters.
they're essentially squatters. Yes, they're squatters.
And you haven't decided to remove that problem?
Well,
Do you know who those guys are at all?
No, I do not. I don't know very much about them. They simply all showed up one day. There's not much of a town guard, as you may or may not have noticed. We recently have expanded our ability to enforce, to do things, to get things done. We've hired some mercenaries lately. That being said, no, I have no idea who they are. They're basically squatters. There's a lot of them. They're stockpiling something. I'm not sure what. And they
I think
want
the
me to
first
make them an
move-
official part of the town. But I
The
have
first
not.
move is obviously these guys are up to no good. But because we have these storms, our only option is to parlay with them in order to get your people to safety.
I can't make them an official part of this town. They'll completely take over, and they'll be in the right to do so. If I
Well,
do
then
that, I'm
your other
ruined.
option is to leave the town, because there's no way you're going to survive this.
Maybe that's best. Maybe we can move everyone out to the island instead.
It seems his lands are too much of a risk.
That manor, you're familiar with the space beneath the manor. It's enough for all the townsfolk.
Well, how many are there?
There's a lot. There's hundreds of people. It's not
Well-
going to be an easy task moving a whole town around somewhere.
Shoulder to shoulder for a few hours wouldn't be such a bad thing, maybe a day. But after that, it gets complicated.
Well. I'll have to come up with a solution soon. I'll think on this. And I suppose by the time the scout gets back to me, I'll give him my answer. Is there somewhere I can find you? I may need all the mercenaries I can get, and I'm sure the treasury is willing to provide for you. If you know any
You'll
others, I'm
find
willing
me
to hire them
at-
as well.
Fife and Cruel's house.
You're
You
asking
know where
him
that is?
where that is?
No, I mean, I'm asking you where that is, but, I mean, he should know whose house or who they are, right?
Yeah, Fife and Cruel's house. Damn, I need to put it on the map. It's right here. It's this house. It's like Joker Man font. Why is this like this?
It's kind of weird. This guy just let a gang come and just live in his town.
Roll me an insight check, Lance.
Yeah.
It is pretty weird. Alright. We'll about wrap this up too. Roll me that insight check. Yeah. At about this time, Cruel, Echo, and Fife, three of y'all are walking out. Lance, Wester is hiring mercenaries to act as the town's enforcement, which is very unusual. It doesn't seem as if there's very much he can do about the situation. If you think about it, Wester's just kind of a political figure. As long as you've been here, Lance, you haven't seen any guards walking about.
Seems like they've elected the wrong person.
There are no guards. Well, anyways.
With that, I pack up, or just like leave, and head to try to find Fife, Cruel, and everybody else.
Okay. All right. Sure. So, you all meet up.
I meet up with them, all of them.
Yep.
So I gather them all together, and I say, so I've learned some revealing information about this mayor. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh yeah, we knew that.
How did it take
I think
you
we
that
should
long?
all leave this town.
Yeah, that seems like a
this
great
town
idea.
is doomed.
Actually. I'm down with that. Yeah, fuck this place.
I'm not willing
Wait,
to die.
hold on.
for
We
this.
have a house here.
No, yeah,
Hold
we
on.
can't leave our house.
Can
We
we
can
take
get
the
you
house
an-
with us?
We can get you another house.
Can we put oh, hold on. Are you familiar with Baba Yaga? Do I know what Baba Yaga is?
Actually, Isidore is familiar with Baba Yaga.
Hey Isadora, do you know anything about mobile houses? Completely apropos of nothing. Or anyone here?
I know such things are possible, but it takes a powerful witch, not something that can be easily accessed.
If only, if only.
Fife, a small wasp lands on your shoulder.
Okay.
It just sits there.
I look at the wasp. What do my eyes see?
The wasp looks at you, but does nothing. It just sits on your shoulder.
Does it look any out of the ordinary compared to normal wasps?
Yes.
Okay.
It is a two-headed wasp, one
What?
on
Not-
each end, and instead of wasp-like wings, it has dragonfly wings.
Ah.
But it sort of perches on your shoulder and says nothing. It's
Does
very
anyone have
small.
a jar? No? No one has a jar?
I don't have a jar.
Like an empty
have a
potion
bag.
jar?
Echo
I have
produced
rifle in my
a
pockets.
bottle.
Ooh, bottle. Hell yeah, perfect. Okay, I want to catch this thing in the bottle.
Oh, this thing is not gonna want to be caught. As you,
I know that.
As you get a bottle in its hands, it's gonna try and evade it. Go ahead and roll me a
Okay.
sleight of hand check to
Let's-
try and
come
bottle
on.
this thing.
No!
Yeah, you are not gonna
Oh,
be
no.
successful in bottling this thing.
only it were at advantage.
Does it
Damn.
fly away?
Yes, flies away.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry we couldn't get
well.
to that quicker. Here, keep the bottle in case it comes back.
Okay. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
That was weird.
Right. So, Lance, you got more information. What did you learn?
So, there's a Bolitarian army on the way here, but they're delayed for 3 days, so storms will be over this town way, way sooner than that. The other part is that this mayor has no control over anything. He is nothing. He is not a leader right now. He's just a man in an office.
I'm just silently nodding in agreement to everything being said.
I don't think this town is worth any of us dying for. Plus, none of us have been paid yet.
Technically, we're officers of this town.
Yeah,
Well-
technically.
If you think this town is worth dying for, you're more than welcome to stay here. But I think it's time for me to pack up, and I assume you as well, Echo.
Well, Lance, here's what I'm thinking. You're right. We haven't been paid yet, but if we were to say go out and meet one of these storms instead of waiting for it to come to us, could leave this town and not be destroyed with it, and also perhaps run into a very big payday. I hear dragons have lots of money. What do you think?
Anyone outside of its horde, though? Will we be able to find where it came from, and do we even know these are dragons? I have no idea what we're dealing with.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Do we know if these are dragons, huh?
Actually,
Sorry, I
Lance,
didn't-
you were told, you were hired to go deal
With a dragon on an island.
with a dragon on an island out west. And
By
this-
the shadiest people in town.
Right, and a storm is approaching from the west.
That's the thing. That's the conundrum. Dealing with an assignment that these people I don't really trust gave me.
But if there's a good chance it's the dragon, isn't that something you're looking for?
I'm not ready to face a dragon yet.
Wow.
I fucking almost died to kobolds.
3 wasps land on you.
All right. The second time's the charm. Let's roll. 22.
22. Alright, you managed to capture one and the others fly away.
Okay, cool. I've got that one. I would like to stare at it a little bit closer. Do I notice anything cool?
The wasp is very unusual. However, at the moment, it says nothing. It sort of just paces about the jar.
The wasp is capable of speech?
At the moment, it does nothing.
I look around. Do I notice the direction that the wasp came from and or absconded to?
Your attention was on Lance at the time that they landed.
Echo pulls out another milk bottle, but they hold it.
Oh,
Getting
you going
all
for one
these
now?
milk bottles.
Okay. Hold
I think
on.
I'll try to catch another one if it comes by.
Hell yeah. I would like to. Is there a way I could set my. I'm gonna keep listening, but I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled to see if I know where they are coming from.
Okay. The other 2 that scattered off have not returned. Okay. Sorry. Go on. Yeah, we're talking about the storms, Lance.
I'll say, even if we go and meet this one head on, there's no telling what it'll be and how strong it'll be.
Well,
Actually,
we...
Isidore speaks up and she says, I may know a thing about that. I was just speaking with Ragnhild over here, and she sort of regards this tall woman. And she says, this woman, she seems to know a thing or two about these dragons. I was able to get the name of each one. She describes a great army approaching from the west, belonging to a dragon named Artrevig. She tells me that this dragon marches with the army we saw. I don't know how she knows this, but she told me this with such certainty. It simply must be true. The other dragon, a being of ice, Yautumar. She tells me its very step is winter, and frost lines its footprints. Both are foes to be feared. I don't know what we'll do.
Does the ice dragon also have an army with it?
Not to her knowledge.
We could go talk to our Red Guard friends. There's quite a few of them. They might be able to help us out.
That's true. We have more allies. Might be easier to take down a dragon.
If they're willing to work with us, they need to shelter the people of this town.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
interested in money.
All right.
They'll totally help us.
Thank you for spelling that. Oh my god, I spelled them horrifically.
No worries, no worries. Alright, so. Alright, so. What are y'all thinking?
I want to go talk to our buddies.
Your buddies? Which ones?
The mercenaries.
The mercenaries. Oh, the red brands?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, is that what everyone wants to do? Y'all want to go talk to the red brands?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Let me. I know these guys, so I'll be able to talk to them. Oh, don't worry about it. They like me quite a bit.
Can I do an inside check?
Oh my god, sure.
I
yeah.
think it's true. I think that's true.
Go
It is
ahead.
true.
Is it true? Do you
Cruel
like
thinks
it?
it's true.
Cruel
Alright, so you
believes
are
what he-
making your way over. Fife,
Yeah.
as you're walking along, that jar is going to very quietly, you're gonna hear a quiet like, psst, psst, hi.
Yeah.
Looking at the jar, the wasp in there appears to be whispering to you,
Okay.
but
What's it whispering?
it appears to want to speak to you discreetly.
Would people notice if I put a bottle up to my ear? Probably.
Probably.
Hey, hold on, everyone. Sorry. I should have done this earlier. I gotta go to the little deer's room. I'll be back in like a few minutes, if that's cool.
Alright, well, hurry it up. We got things to do.
Yeah, no problem. And then I dash off somewhere where they can't see me.
Alright, so you scamper
the
off
green.
into the trees.
Yeah.
Alright. So, as you are able... So Five kind of dashes away abruptly. But Five, as you pick up the jar, looking at this strange insect, the insect is going to sort of abruptly stand upright, and it's going to say, Is Fife your full name?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Alright. So it's going to say, let me think here. Greetings. Fife, I've traveled a long way to find you.
Okay.
And the insect kind of stands up on its hind legs and bows inside the jar.
I nod incredulously, like a tiny little bow back to it.
And it says, "You do me a great kindness if you'd free me from this jar. I'd rather not be trapped in here.
Why? What do you? But what? Why? What do you want? Tell me.
Well, you see, I'm a messenger of the tree god, Metzenvaki. I believe you may be familiar.
Possibly. We may have met once or twice.
Well, it's rather difficult, which is why Metzenvaki employs the use of bees, such as myself. And the wasp sort of continues saying, look, I don't know very much about it, but I can tell you this. I have a very particular message to give to you. There is a witch who is to come to town today. I can't tell you a whole lot about her, but apparently some kind of witch is due into town today, and it's up to you to make some kind of deal with her.
Okay. What's her name? What's she look like?
I don't know, but I'm told you'll know her when you see her. And the other thing was, don't make the deal yourself. Try and trick someone else into making it.
Okay. That should be pretty easy.
That's all I know.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Are you gonna let it out of the
in the
jar?
bottle. No.
Jesus.
There's like 4 of them. Okay, there's at least 3 of them. I've got 1 of them, which means either you're some kind of hive consciousness, or there's more, and you can make do with one just chilling with me. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have something I need to say to the tree later. What do you eat? Or are you magic?
Okay, so you're asking it about itself?
Yeah. Yeah.
He says, well, I'm a creature of the Fae, and it's not easy getting here.
You're telling me.
Metzenvaki isn't in the material plane. Metzenvaki's over in the Fae wilds. However, time flows a bit differently there, so it's easier to use spells and messengers from a distance to communicate with you here.
Well, why don't I hold on to you? You can be my little buddy, sit on my shoulder, still in the jar, give me advice on what my conscious would do in this situation. And if I ever need to talk to Tree Man, I can let you go like a carrier pigeon.
Oh, so you mean to trap me here then?
Not trap. They can be like, I don't know. I guess I am trapping you here, yeah, sure.
Very well then. I'll remember this. And
Remember
the
this,
wasp
you're still
sort of-
here.
the wasp crosses its legs and it sits down in the jar.
Okay. Do you want any food? What do you eat?
No response.
Really?
No response.
Well, you're really lame. I'll remember this. Just put the thing back in my bag for the moment.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm going to go rejoin the others.
Alright. So you rejoin the others. Alright. And you're all making your way up the hill to these red brands. I thought I had found a different token for this. I did. Okay, sweet. Let's use these instead. Much prefer these. Even though her hair is red, pretend it's just her clothing.
Got it. Red clothing.
Red clothing. Okay, cool.
Oh.
Alright, so. Let me adjust this music a little bit too. It's a bit grim. So you're making your way up to Tresdane Manor. When you get to the top, there are a couple guards posted out front. And they kind of cock an eyebrow. And they
Do I
say,
recognize any of them?
Hold up. What are you doing here? No. They just look like generic guards.
Okay.
Actually,
Hey.
roll me a D100. Let's just see what the odds are. It's not a big chance.
Odds of what?
Odds
Me
of
knowing
him
one of these guards.
randomly knowing a guard. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no luck roll.
Hey, I helped one of your squad of you guys with a bat problem a couple nights ago. Y'all helped me, in fact. Little bit of a situation. Hoping y'all can help.
Go on, we're listening.
All right. So I'm gonna just point. We can see the storms from here, right?
Yeah, everyone can see the storms.
Okay. I'm gonna point at one and go dragon, and I'm gonna point at the other one and go dragon, and I'm gonna point down. Come in here. There's something under the town. Y'all might know about it. Don't know. Not accusing y'all of anything. Not what I'm here to do. But they're gonna blow up the town. Unless we do something about that.
They kind of look at each other nervously. And they say, Oh god, okay, let me think about this. It's a lot to drop on somebody. Okay, impending doom is on the way.
And also, I not accuse them of being involved with it.
Okay. Cruel, go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Okay. Fuck.
Okay. These two guards sort of speak to each other. And then the woman sort of turns to you and she says, "Wait right here for a second." And she turns, disappears inside. After a few minutes, she's going to return and call you in.
All right. I wanna walk in as a group, if that's okay.
Yes, that's fine. Give me 1 second. Let me find this. Here we go. Let me just double check this. Oh shit. It's a dynamic lighting map. Oh well, fuck it.
Are those the ones that run kind of chunky?
Yeah, it's okay. I'll go ahead and just show everything. Okay. And I'll put y'all on this map as well. Okay. Everybody here?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
All right, so she is going to lead you up through here. And Lance, you had been this way before. And she's going to lead you into what appears to be like the crypt for this manor. And she's going to ask you all to just stay here for a moment before walking through this door and returning with this individual. And returning here, this person who is also wearing this red sash is going to regard you all and say, I hear you've got some interesting news for me.
Yeah. So there is. Let's just being completely honest with you. We know there's a dragon lab of some kind underneath the town, where people are doing something to is an amethyst?
I was gonna say this is out of character, by the way.
Yeah.
I think these guys might be behind the lab, but
Yeah, I think they might be. So.
Anyways, keep going.
Yeah, there's a couple of real bad news dragons coming at us. They're converging on the town. They're probably gonna burrow through the earth to get to the lab. You know, if y'all wanted to, you know, not accusing y'all, if y'all wanted to release the dragon so that everyone in the town doesn't die, that would be cool. Or we need y'all's help because we need to fucking kill some dragons.
Okay, so you think we have this dragon?
Well, if y'all do, that would really solve a lot of problems here.
So looking at your face, he can see you're telling the truth. And looking at the rest of you, he says, how soon are these dragons supposed to be here?
In the next couple of days, if not less.
Yeah, you can see them outside if you just walk outside. You can literally see them.
Okay. Yeah, actually, for that matter, all of you are going to then just go outside. Because this guy hasn't been outside in a while. So stepping outside, he is able to, plain as day, see the storms that are out there. And turning to the rest of you, he says, alright, here's our situation. My name's Theo. And he says, I'm captain of this band of mercenaries here. The Red Brands, we have been hired by an unknown employer to basically set up in this town and stock a bunch of crates of specialized arrows. However, we have received no orders since, and aside from being made, if Harbin Wester makes us an official part of this town, and allows us to have legal authority within the town, then we were instructed to serve the town as such. But given that he hasn't actually done that, we haven't received any orders at all.
I turn to Fife.
Yeah.
Fife. We happen to be officially deputized.
Yeah, we work for the state. Good news.
By the state.
Yeah.
God damn it. You know what? Kroll would do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't see a reason why y'all shouldn't be a part of the town.
To me, you're already part of the town.
Yeah, and you know, we're basically we're like second in command.
Some would say first in command.
Some would say first in command. So you know, if something were to happen to Harbin, we could absolutely give you that kind of permission.
Roll me a persuasion check. Or a deception. I think this might... I'll take that persuasion. If you can roll persuasion or deception, because honestly, this is a little of both. A 22 is pretty fucking good. Theo says, could I get that in writing? Cruel, as part of this persuasion... Let me think. Did Harvin ever give y'all anything? I feel like he should have, like a badge or something.
He should have. I don't think he
should
does.
have.
He's not really
I
on
don't
top
think
of
I
shit.
previously considered it, but it seems appropriate.
Okay.
So at this point, Theo's going to say, if I can get this contracted, then we will do this. Because I think we're dealing with a crisis at this point. Look, it's a situation where looking at the storm, you can tell the storm is going to decimate the city.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them.
So just real quick, while we're all putting it out in the open, y'all know nothing about a dragon underneath the town.
No, I know nothing about this. However, once we get this drafted, and then y'all sort of like, I'll say y'all like finish it or whatever, it's not going to take very long. He's going to ask you both to sign it, Fife and Cruel. I can tell you this. For whatever reason, we've been stockpiling these, and he's going to lead you all back under the manor again. And where are y'all? Here we go. He's going to lead you to some of these stores. Kind of taking you through the place and showing you what's in these crates. You are all going to find bolts and arrows of dragon slaying. And he says, I have no idea why, but we've been receiving these shipments and we assume they're from our employer. So we've just been stockpiling them.
And you don't know who your employer is either.
We don't know who our employer is.
Can I do an insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, while they're doing that, Echo will say, do you happen to have the written orders from your employer? The original orders.
He says, I don't. I just got a tremendous sack of gold from a third party. And so since we received payment up front, we just posted up, and we've been here ever since.
So the order was like a verbal order, not a written one?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
It was
Got it.
all verbal. And they never met with the actual employer, they met with a third-party messenger.
Do you mind if I take some of these bolts?
Frankly, I think everybody is going to need these at this point.
I take... How many do I take? I'm gonna go ahead and take 16 dragon slaying bolts.
I assume bows and crossbows are martial weapons, right?
Yes.
Okay, I can't use them.
What if you held them in your hand?
No,
and
there's a
stabbed?
simple weapon version. There's short bows.
Short bows? Oh, okay.
What are the stats for bolts of dragon slaying?
Let me see. Let me just double check it real quick. Arrow of slaying. I think it just takes the creature must make a DC 17 con save or take an extra 6d10 piercing damage. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay. That is pretty tremendous. Alright, so Lance.
Okay, so creature must make a DC what?
17 con save or take an
Okay.
extra 6d10. Half as much on success.
I'll take 10 of those.
I'll take as many as I can get.
Yeah, I'll take 20 of them.
Alright. all of you can take as many as you like. They are +5 arrows.
Okay. Last question for you.
Of dragon saying.
How far down in the catacombs have y'all explored?
This is as deep as it goes.
I see stairs over there.
Well, I suppose there is that hole there. And he sort of points down this hole here, and he says, but none of us have ever really gone in there. There was never any need to.
That...
I have no idea how deep that goes.
Okay. Can I throw a rock down there? Is it just a straight down hole?
Yeah, you throw a rock in there, it sort of clatters and falls.
Okay.
Don't quite hear the bottom. Wherever it is, it's deep.
That's no good. That might be where our dragon captive is hiding. I don't know what we want to do. I don't know if we want to try and kill these adult dragons or just unkidnap the baby dragon.
Y'all don't have a lot of time. Y'all have maybe like a day and a half to mobilize everything.
That's true.
So I say to the leader, I say, if these townspeople mean anything to us, we have to let them stay down here during the fight.
Against these dragons? I mean, I don't know if the men I have can do anything against 2 dragons, let alone 1. We're not ready. I mean,
Well, we have 1 day, maybe less.
Shit,
Either we flee this town and let it be destroyed, or we stand here and fight it.
Where exactly was that army? Maybe we could send out riders to it and get them to engage with the other dragon while we deal with one of them.
Yeah, this guy's maybe got like maybe like 40 soldiers or so. Doesn't have a whole lot. Sorry, what'd you say, David?
Could we send out riders to the army and see if they couldn't engage one of the dragons while we engage the other? Or is there no way they're going to make that in time?
Send a rider out to the army to engage a dragon.
You mean the army in the west?
Yeah.
You could. I mean, there's an army of giants and a storm dragon, according to what Ragnhild's reported, as well as a dragon that freezes everything in its vicinity on the other side. A single rider would probably be like a sneeze in a hurricane, you know what I mean?
No, I mean the army that got teleported here.
Oh, that army's 3 days south of Phandalin. They couldn't actually make it here in time, which is a problem because they would be able to actually fire off all this shit. But by the time they get here, this is going to be something else's territory.
Well, our best bet might be to go down the hole and get that dragon, and then lead it away from the town.
I'll be completely honest. I didn't even know that hole was there. I never noticed it.
Okay, so
I will probably do something with that, but I don't have a map ready for that yet.
okay, so let's not go down the hole.
On second thought.
It might be worth future investigation, but
Wait,
at this
you're
time,
talking about the ditch that just goes through the middle?
yeah,
Yeah, over
It's
over
like-
on this area.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's not a large space. Yeah, it's not a huge space, but it's a space. Okay, so here's the thing. Theo is telling you that they have a shitload of these arrows, which have been arriving here, and so they've been stockpiling them. They don't know who their employer is, but they were paid up front, so they went ahead and just did the honorable thing and have followed through. However, this situation is looking rough. He doesn't know if he wants to try pitting 40 people against 2 dragons. That sounds like suicide to him.
What if it was? What if it was?
Go on.
Oh, I'm sorry. What if it was 40 people against 1 dragon? So, if our party went out to meet 1 dragon, and the red brands stayed behind, with the dragon arrows that we have, if we set traps and stuff, we know they're coming, we know what direction they're headed. I feel like if our party takes on 1 dragon, the red brand takes on the other dragon.
Is that what y'all want to do?
That sounds
Y'all want to try and wait it out and take them on?
No, I mean like we go out to meet them so that it's not 2 dragons at the same location at the same
Well,
time.
are they coming to work together, or are they coming to fight each other over something?
If you do that, one of the dragons is going to get to Phandalin while y'all are out in the field.
Which is why the red brands would stay behind to defend the town
On the other,
Yeah.
against
red
the second
brands
dragon.
Try and take them out.
40 of them with dragon bolts against a red dragon they know is coming. Or, did I say red dragon? I just meant dragon. Yeah, I think maybe.
Okay.
It's kind of splitting the party without splitting the party.
If that's what y'all want to do, that's what we can take a crack at.
Just while we're down here, can I go ahead and sense evil?
Since evil.
Yeah, sense good and evil.
So rather than sense morality, because that's so
You sure?
crazy to work with, we're gonna do creature types.
Okay, so yeah, demon, fiend, angel, whatever.
Okay, I will say that you sense an abyssal entity,
Other than the one I already know about.
but you already know about that one.
Okay.
Other than that, no. Not in your immediate vicinity.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Not with these guys. Glad to have them outfit. I'm just gonna take a simple bow from their armory while we're here. Just grab it, take it with me.
Okay, sure.
Cool.
Yeah, if anybody else needs anything, they have like plenty of weapons here. At this point, they're in a hurry to get as many free hands as they can.
Too bad we couldn't chop down that tree. That would really be useful right now.
That would be pretty useful.
Maybe you can. No, the dragon's not that dumb.
What are you suggesting?
So what if the dragon was like, attack you, and you stood in between you and the dragon was the tree?
I'm pretty sure dragons are literally smarter than humans. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But are they smarter than trees?
So what are you proposing? If
We
I
can
don't
get
think
it
it
to,
would work.
Get it to
I just-
charge the tree, not knowing what the tree is.
oh,
Yeah, I
see.
think it knows what the tree is. It probably knows what the tree is.
All right. Well, y'all are welcome to take all the time you need to think about it. Is there anything else you'd like to do with Theo here for the time being?
So in the contract, I just want to make sure specifically we're going to be giving them the rights to set up shop here permanently in the town. But I'm only giving that right to his mercenary troop and not to their employer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So the red brands would be officially deputized.
Okay. But I am not giving any rights to their employer to come to town in any capacity.
Yeah, but I think what
That's-
we're doing is we're making 100 deputies. We're making 100 of us, and 2 of us already caused so many problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're essentially like you're giving them legal authority within the town.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want any demons showing up and going, you said we're allowed to be here now? So
Okay, so
Humans kind of already here.
all right, so you go
Yeah.
ahead, you sign the contract. With that, Theo's gonna start making some plans, doing his thing. I'll move y'all back out here. All right, so if I'm understanding this correctly, your immediate plan is to meet one of the dragons out in the field to try and fight it.
mhm.
That is going to be devastatingly deadly.
Yeah. Before we do that, let's go meet our paladin friend, maybe.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, let's look around. I like looking around.
Yeah.
Don't we have to convince Wester to allow the Red Brands full control?
If he dies, it's not a problem.
That's a bridge.
Oh,
we'll
we're
cross.
gonna let him die?
We're not going to let
him do
him
anything.
die. We're just
Yeah.
gonna.
You
Roll
know,
some
Well,
dice.
no,
cross-
I'm fine with
cross
that, but we
bridge when
might as
get
well
to
just
it.
kill him ourselves.
No, come on, listen. It's incredibly funny when he tries to do things.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want him to try and fail and then die from it?
No, listen. Sometimes he tries and succeeds. Believe
Sometimes he
it.
tries. Yeah. No, it might work out. I don't know, but
Sometimes he
that's
surprises you. We
that's
like
future
surprises
us
here.
problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's future us problems.
We like surprises.
I like the way you think. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so as you return, you are going to find that there is a tall woman who is speaking with Ragnhild.
Oh hey, I say it's my buddy Ragnhild. I'm gonna go say hi.
Okay. Okay. So,
Do
hold up. So, before you're just strolling up in this bitch, what's essentially happening here, let me kind of paint you a picture, is this woman is particularly tall. In the vicinity about her, there pours this sort of rich, dark smoke. And the woman herself doesn't really like step when she walks. She sort of just kind of glides across the ground.
Who have I
Looks like that nun from the Blues Brothers.
What the fuck? Wait, is this the same? Oh, what is her name? The welder that
That's correct.
Olivier was dealing
Yes.
with.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh no,
Okay.
Meryl Suhana. There we go.
Okay. So, this woman is going to. Sorry. Loading notes here. ... Okay, so she is sort of speaking with Ragnhild. She glides up to her, and the two of them are going to sort of begin having a very public conversation.
Interesting.
This woman is clearly not human. She's very, very tall. Much taller than even Ragnhild, who's already quite tall herself. There's a small crowd which has sort of gathered about. And this woman sort of speaks in this old voice as she addresses Ragnhild. And she says, "I greet thee, dragon. Restless winds stir the air this day." And Ragnhild, this woman y'all have met before, y'all haven't had a whole lot of interactions with her.
Wait,
But
did Lance just hear refer to her as dragon?
yes, you did. And this woman very like calmly sort of like narrows her eyes and says, "I greet thee, woman of the whale. What draws you from your shadows?" "I come bearing ill tidings, and to offer thee a bargain. The abyss draws close to this place, lured by the call of that ghastly scream like so many others. Indeed, the preceding storms advent the ruin of this place. A powerful prize is to be had, and there is nearly aught that can be done of it now. I have come to offer thee a path to the Feydark, where an hour there spans 3.5 moons. Thy associations with mortals are no secret. I offer thee time to consider your options." Ragnhild studies her, pausing for a moment. And then she responds, "You mistake my intentions. I seek only the topaz and bear no responsibility to these people. I must decline. When the time comes, I shall observe. But I will offer you this, Wilder. Something is amiss. The dragons are converging. Demons have been beckoned here. The creatures of the wild are restless. The roads are blocked. Something stirs them, and it is not the topaz. She then turns and addresses everybody in the crowd. Actually, let me soup up Meryl Sinhana's size, because she's actually quite a bit tall. Oh, I can't. Fuck. Oh well. So, Ragnhild then turns to the crowd, and then, speaking in a voice that thunders tremendously loud, so loud that everyone has to sort of clap their hands to their ears, except for this tall woman. And she says, "People of Phandalin, this land no longer belongs to you. Death comes for this place in a night and a half. Gather your belongings and be gone from here before the two storms converge." And at this, the witch is going to sort of like flick her tongue, sort of tut at this, and she says, "Well, I'm afraid this is a bit of a disappointment. Should you reconsider my offer, you know where to find me. I leave a marking here. Any who wish to take me up on my deal may find me through my sign." And at this, the smoke is going to sort of swirl about out of this censer that she carries with her. And as it swirls up about her, she is going to sort of erupt into this black flame, and it just sort of burns her away. And as the smoke fades, at her feet, where she was standing, there is this sort of burned into the ground is this symbol of a large eye. It's four overlapping circles, which form an eye.
Is Ragnhild still there?
Ragnhild, sort of seeing that she has the attention of quite a few people, is going to begin pushing her way through the crowd.
I'm gonna follow her.
Other
I just felt sadly. Aw, drats. I need to talk to that thing.
Echo will quickly sketch that eye symbol in their notebook.
okay,
A little sketch.
heard that. Fife, what did you say? Can you run me by that
I
one more
said,
time?
aw, trats. I needed to talk to that thing.
Okay. All right. And Lance, you're following Ragnhild.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll stealth. Try and avoid detection.
Lance, you're going to see that as Ragnhild begins pushing through the crowd, lots of people are going to turn and start asking her questions. You can see they're afraid now. This is a very strange thing to have happened in front of everybody here in the town square. They have questions. They can see the storms closing in on the town are dangerous. Damn, I wish I could. Let me see if I can make that eye real quick. I haven't made it in a long time. Circle. Let me see. Here we go. It was something like this. Is that it? Something like that. There it is. Okay.
Oh, is it just 3 circles, or?
I guess it is. I thought it was 4, but I guess it's just 3. Yes, so this symbol is sort of burned into the ground here. Okay. Alright, now, Fife, Echo, you, and several other curious onlookers are welcome to do that. Lance, as you're sort of chasing after Ragnhild, several other people are as well.
I branch off of them and take an alternate path.
Okay, you're trying to cut her off?
Well, in case she tries something on them, I won't get caught in it.
Okay, so what is your plan exactly?
To confront her, but privately.
Okay, I'll say this. As she's heading this way, you can see she's trying to break away from the crowd as this, like, increasingly panicking crowd is starting to follow her this way. She's trying to kind of break away from the panic here that's starting to grow. You spot here an alleyway that would allow you to sort of cut her path off. However, it might not be easy to have a conversation with her right now. But you would be able to possibly get a word or two in.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna try to cut her off. Try to cut her off.
Okay.
All right. So
she comes around a corner. She sees you.
As she's walking by me, I point my crossbow at the people and I say, "Leave the town and leave us."
Okay. Go ahead and make me an intimidation check at advantage as you point your crossbow at the crowd.
Wow.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay. 16 is not bad. 16 is not bad. All right. So, at this, the townsfolk
That's
who
not
are...
a 16, but...
you had advantage on that one. Then.
Oh, I did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oops.
Okay.
I might start rolling my own dice.
That's okay. That's okay.
Roll 20 is biased. No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, being real, there are a bunch of townsfolk. They're not armed. You're pointing a heavy crossbow at them. They're going to sort of back away, but you can see that they're afraid. Ragnhild, sort of seeing you take a stand to this, is going to some degree to kind of like half turn as she kind of observes what you're doing here. This angry, not angry, but this like panicking crowd here is going to be shouting things like, "Oh, we need answers." Here, let me see. Do I have like a crowd? I kind of do. Yeah. Here we go.
I turn to Ragnhild and say, I have questions for you. But obviously, these people don't need to be part of it.
Make me... Everybody's got questions. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check at advantage, since you're holding up this crowd here in order to get a word in. You're making quite a scene. And you're welcome to roll your own dice on this next one if you like.
I already rolled. It's a 12.
It's 12. You got 2 12s?
No, not at advantage. Crap. I can't keep not hearing. Wow. Okay.
Trash
Dude, roll your
rolls,
own die
trash
next
rolls.
time.
Well, I was joking at first, but now I kind of am going to do it.
Roll real die next time. You'll get a good number. Yeah.
Ragnhild considers this for a moment. And then, as she's sort of turning, looking at you and looking at all of these people, 2 large wings are going to unfurl from her shoulders as she sort of briefly drops to a squat and launches off the ground. And she is rapidly going to fly out on scaled draconic wings.
Do I see where she goes?
Yep, she is just sort of heading southwest, and she kind of ducks behind the fence here.
I sprint after, but trying to lose the people behind me.
Okay. Make me a stealth check. Good lord. Okay, Lance. Well, you're having a hard time. Everybody else is kind of running after,
Are
especially...
they still clicking at my feet, like these people?
A lot of people are, yeah. They're scared, they're nervous. They just saw something very strange. This woman, too.
How many are
large.
there?
Quite a few. Let's see.
It's a literal number here.
Yeah, at least like 16. Probs more.
Hold on.
The point is, it's just not easy to detach yourself from this crowd, because everyone's kind of chasing after Ragnhild right now, because they're all freaked. That being said, Lance, I will say your keen mercenary eyes are able to track the general direction that she went. You know she generally went this way, and she vanished kind of at this point. You also note that she ducked behind the fence, as opposed to like flying up in the air and out of the horizon. Yeah.
Do any of us, where we are back in the previous area, notice Brunhild or Ragnhild fly?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a perception check to kind of notice a woman kind of over the rooftops. Ooh, Mac, you definitely do.
Huh. So I guess I recognize her. I go like, huh, that was weird.
Yeah, so Fife, you
fly?
will notice Ragnhild with 2 large gray scaled wings sort of carrying her through the air.
Okay. Well, can I head over in that direction towards where Lance is? Maybe head in that direction and then see Lance and walk towards Lance?
Yeah, of course, you're welcome to. Cruel, Echo, would y'all like to do the same?
Sure, I'll follow.
Okay. Alright, so everyone is kind of following. Echo, you cool with that as well?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I follow.
All good, all good. Okay, cool. So, you all kind of meet back up here.
I roll up the land saying like, hey, that was kind of weird. What's going on?
I don't know where she went.
You don't?
She
She like
disappeared
flew
over
up
those
in the
trees.
sky. Oh, which trees?
The trees to the west of us.
Okay. Like over there?
Yeah, point.
Point. Huh. How tall is the wall? I forget.
It's really not very tall at all. It's hardly tall enough to be effective. I want to say maybe 10 feet.
Could I jump up that?
Probably.
Yeah.
You
Can I just run
probably
up to
could.
the wall, jump
Are
up
the
there and look
people
around?
still around us? I didn't
I would
really
say
do
at this
anything to lose them yet.
point, she's managed to get away from most of them. The crowd's gonna start dispersing. Fife, if you like, you can go chase after Ragnhild. You're pretty insanely fast, and you could actually clear that wall pretty quick.
Okay.
Could I follow
jump
and keep up with Five?
Oh, sorry.
Echo, actually, you could. Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow and keep up with you. That's all.
Yeah. That's cool. I just want to jump on top, see if I see anything from the top of the wall.
Okay. Make me a perception check, Fife, from the top.
Hmm?
12.
A little less perceptive this time.
Okay, looking about, you don't see Ragnhild.
Can I call out to her?
But there's plenty of brush. Yeah, you're welcome to.
Hey, Ragnhild! I assume she would recognize my voice.
Have you talked to Ragnhild very much?
Yeah. Remember, we had that whole thing in the bar, and she was like, ah, hello.
Briefly. It's been a few sessions, but yes, I remember y'all did have that one encounter with her at the bar. But yeah, so you're calling out to Ragnhild and you're saying what exactly?
She's like, hey, where you going? I have some questions. I don't know. I'm just assuming that since she had
you're just generally
mild
calling
interaction, yeah, she had mild interest in interacting with me randomly in a bar, so I figured maybe it would figure out what was going here. If she'd be like, you're another weird fae folk person, I'll talk to you.
That's a good point. Okay. Let me think for a second. All right. So you know what? If you said you're standing on top of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that you will see Ragnhild step out and kind of reveal herself, and the wings at this point are furled back into her person.
Cool. Okay. So I guess I'll jump down to where she is, like right there.
Okay. Echo, you're going to see Fife kind of hop down on the other side of the fence. The rest of you, if y'all are watching, y'all are going to see Fife disappear over the fence as well.
I'll stay on the wall, but just keep an eye on Five.
I follow Five.
Okay. Alright. So everybody's sort of taking
Well,
off.
I don't follow him. I go to where the Ragnhild is once I see that the crowd has died down.
So Lance, as you catch up, you will see Echo sort of crouching near the fence, watching. Echo, roll me a stealth check. Unless you're like
got it.
okay with being there.
18.
18. Okay.
Hee.
Cool. Okay. So Fife, what are you wanting to ask Ragnhild here?
And you go, hey, so you seem to know what's going on here, right? I asked her Ragnhild just in general.
Only to some degree. I've been investigating some of the strange going-ons about here lately, but there's been too much. It's been too chaotic. And it seems I'm out of time.
Uh-oh. I reach into my bag and I pull out Jiminy Cricket in the bottle. And I go like, do you know anything about this? Just in general. Showing her the insect.
It looks to be a creature of the Fae, but beyond that I've no familiarity.
Yeah, this guy kept trying to land on my shoulder and told me that I needed to make some kind of deal with your little friend with the fancy pyrotechnician tricks there.
Who are you talking
Who
about?
is she? I'm talking about the witch thing.
Oh.
Old lady. Yeah, I'm just talking to Ragnhild. And I'm like, so, because I'm trying to figure out what the deal that is with that witch lady. They didn't seem to be on very good terms.
She tells you, well, that creature is no friend of mine, and you'd be a fool to make a deal with her.
Well, that's the thing is that the bug told me I need someone else to make the deal with that. What's her? What can you tell me about witch lady? I want to know what I'm getting into, or shouldn't get into, rather.
Her eyes sort of narrow at the bug, and she says, "That's typical. Typical of your kind, and hardly honorable, I should say." She says, "That creature is Meryl Suhana. Be warned, she's not what she looks, or she's not what she appears to be. She is a creature of the Fae, but adapted to the dark in ways the Fae typically are not. Not in a Fae dark kind of way, but she leans more in a demonic magic kind of way. And it's unique amongst the Fae."
So you're saying she's bad news and I shouldn't get involved? Is this little buggy guy actually one of her people? Are you saying that he lied to me?
Peering down at the insect, she says, "I'm not familiar with this one here." And note, the insect is saying nothing
Yeah, I know.
throughout this process. She says, "I'm not familiar with this one here, but it doesn't look like it. Meryl Suhana's work is typically... it doesn't look like this. Not nearly as colorful, for one thing."
Okay.
Meryl Suhana is a welder. She's they're referred to as sort of common knowledge is the welder are the women of the wilds. They're essentially hags. They're witches who originate in the wild. They're all female, and they're all unique from one another.
Okay.
This
Also,
one
she
in
addressed
particular is adapted to what they refer to as an abyss and dark magic. Abyssal magic and such.
Yeah, she seems bad news.
She is bad news.
I had a few more questions though. So, she addressed you as a dragon and you responded as such. Also, I saw you kind of flying earlier. Are you indeed a dragon?
She says, "I am. I am the Quicksilver Dragon."
Cool. Do you know anything about this town and what its relation to dragons might be?
She says, "I've been doing some..." At this point, Lance, you've caught up as well with Echo. What would you... Before this proceeds too much further, what would you like to do, Lance?
I wanted to speak to her in private about other things.
Okay. Well, at this point, the crowd is mostly dissipated and you have caught up. I would say you're able to see Echo sort of peering in at Fife and Ragnhild, speaking to one another. Would you like to do anything in particular? And climb over the fence?
Yeah, I climb over the fence.
Okay. So, Lance, you climb over the fence, and you are going to see Ragnhild sort of like regard you. But without the crowd chasing you, it doesn't appear like she makes any move to leave. And again, her wings are this time just completely vanished inside her back.
I wave at you to acknowledge your presence. Hi.
I nod at Fife and I turn towards Ragnhild and say, "That creature caused a stir.
It
I
did.
assume that's not any ally of yours."
No, it's not. And I appreciate the gesture of trying to slow the crowd, although quelling their panic won't help much.
So, it's true then. You are a dragon.
Where's Cruel right now? I just
I'm just
realized
chilling.
Cruel's not in the scene.
Oh, I don't know where.
Yeah, where are
You
you,
watched
Cruel?
us run off in that direction.
Yeah, I'm over here.
Okay, alright. I'll just put you here, I guess. You know what, at this point, it's fine. Y'all can join if you wish. The important thing really was getting away from the panicking crowd.
Mm.
Whether y'all do or don't join is up to you. I think Isadora would because she's a little strange. Okay. So, at this point, everyone's approaching to some degree. I don't know about Echo and Cruel. Lance and Isadora, I'm sure, would climb over. Someone was just saying something to Ragnhild. I'm sorry, can y'all
That was
run that
me.
by me one more time?
I was saying it's true then. You are a dragon.
She sort of nods and she says, yes, this is true. I have nothing to hide, really.
Do you know any other dragons?
Says I know quite a few. In fact, unfortunately, it seems they're coming here. As I told your compatriot, this one here, nodding towards Isadora, there are two dragons converging on this place, Artrivig and Umatar.
Well, I take it then
Yeah,
that you're not willing to be involved in this.
I'm not willing to fight the two of them, no. But I've no doubt that a territorial dispute will occur here. What's interesting is why. The Topaz certainly suffers, but why are these two here to hear the call? There's so much chaos happening in the area, it doesn't seem right.
Are you familiar with Boletaria, the area around it?
Of course.
Then you may know what happened years ago. 20 years ago, exact. Or how old was I when that dragon attacked? Like 6?
Yeah, your town was a relatively small town, but you're referring to Orlane.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like a child when Orlane was wiped out.
You must know a thing or two about what happened at Orlane.
I know of it.
You know of the town?
I know of the town. I know of what
Then-
occurred there, but I don't know the details of it.
Well, one of your own attacked us,
That's what
and they
they say.
destroyed the entire town, including my family.
You see her eyes kind of narrow at you, and she says, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sure. But would you know anything about that? What did attack it? Which dragon?
Sort of choosing her words carefully, she says, I'm afraid I couldn't say. I don't know the details of what happened at Orlane. Although I do understand suffering, and it is unfortunate that you've suffered.
Do you think it was a gemstone that did it?
She looks at you carefully. And she says, I'm afraid I couldn't say.
Well, how does she look at me? Like, she just squints and kind of like suspecting me of something, or?
No, she's definitely choosing her words very carefully.
Okay.
Um,
So she's hiding information.
she definitely is treating you as though you may become hostile at any given moment. It
I
doesn't seem as
reassure
though
her
she's
and I
threatened.
say, if you're not the one that did it, you have nothing to worry about. I choose my battles carefully.
And she sort of says, I choose my battles carefully as well. That being said, I'm afraid anything I have to offer would be mere speculation. Nothing that would serve your purposes. That being said, this town is doomed. Is there anything further I can assist you all with? I intend to watch the conflict from afar.
As do I. I have no stake in protecting this ground. I fight for gold.
The city is lost. You're probably making the wise decision.
These people are fools if they think they can defend this.
Okay. Alright, anybody else want to say anything to Ragnhild?
Nope.
Good seeing you again.
Yeah. No, you know what? We're not gonna own up to it. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, who
What are we
knows
not
why they're
gonna
coming
own
here.
up to?
The turning on the beacon.
Oh, no, wait. Hold on. I thought we read that. Never mind. We should probably bring that up.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna let it pass. Yeah, we
Hey,
turned
listen,
on
we
the
didn't.
beacon.
Well, we didn't turn on the beacon. Listen, we went and investigated some stuff. It was weird. Maybe, Ragnhood wants to know about that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What was the? Yeah. What was the orb made out of? Amethyst?
Amethyst, yes.
Okay. We found an amethyst orb, led us to an amethyst dimension. We found a machine that was doing something, and we turned up the volume on it, and that's why we think the dragons are coming here. Just by the way,
When did you do this?
a few days ago.
That timing lines up with, well, what we heard.
Yeah.
If that's the case, it's very likely related. Where did you find this amethyst and this amethyst dimension that you're speaking of?
Ruins?
It was just like a
Or?
cave, by the way, that was just like lined with amethyst. It wasn't necessarily like...
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, where... Sorry, how'd you respond?
In some ruins? I don't know. I didn't know where we were. We were just lost in the forest.
Oh, God. Alright, does anyone know? Anybody know where y'all were? Where Diener's expedition actually was?
Kobold mine.
I forget the name of it.
This is the party
Assumably,
when the only person with high intelligence is gone.
Oh no.
assumably, like, one of y'all is, Echo and Fife are rangers, essentially. Echo or Fife would be able to tell you whereabouts.
Okay. Wherever they say.
Okay.
Yeah, it was over their
Yeah.
area.
Might be worth checking out. You should be careful not to get whammied by the crystal, though.
Oh yeah. The crystal, you like approach it and it like tries to fuck with you, but you can just ignore it if you're really cool and lucky at the same time.
Alright, so you're able to see that Ragnhild is deeply interested in this information. And she nods and she says, "Thank you very much for this. I'll go do my investigating.
Cool.
Best
Don't
of
get
luck
trapped.
to you all."
You'll see the kobolds. You'll understand.
Yeah.
yeah.
The wings unfurl once again from her shoulders, and turning to Fife, she says, "Be careful with that witch. Meryl Suhana plays dangerous games, and it's best not to get involved with them."
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
She gives you a nod, and then turns and departs.
I nod back. Whoosh.
I turn to 5 and say, "That creature, is that
Yeah.
the witch?"
What? Oh, the thing that left the
Yeah.
mark on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah. This little bug here. I'm gonna sound insane because he's not talking to me because he's mad at me because, oh, you're imprisoning me. Whatever. This little bug here that was showing up that I caught earlier, was talking to me earlier and was telling me I should get someone to make a deal with that witch. Which doesn't seem, I don't know, seems fucked up.
It's just an
Wouldn't
option.
listen to it.
The witch did mention that she had come to offer Ragnhild a path to the Feydark, where 1 hour there would span 3.5 moons, which is
Like
3.5 months.
Reverse hyperbolic time chamber. Wait, no, hold on. So, wait, like an hour there takes you 3.5 months into the future?
An hour here is 3.5 months there.
Oh, so it is like the hyperbolic time chamber.
So it would essentially buy you all a bunch of time if you went to the Feydark.
Ah, but then we're in the Feydark.
But then you're in the Feydark. And the only way to get to the Feydark is to get a one-way ticket by making a deal with Meryl Suhana.
But I wasn't told to make a deal with Meryl Suhana. I was told to make sure someone makes a deal with Meryl Suhana.
Correct. Y'all just need to get to the Feydark, but it doesn't have to be you who buys that ticket.
Wait, so once we have that ticket, everyone can go?
Well, it's not literally a ticket, but essentially once some sort of deal is formed with Meryl Suhana to get whoever wants to go to the Feydark, that's all you've been instructed to do.
So where's Harbin?
Harbin is hard at work,
He's drinking.
panicking in his office at the moment.
We could send Harbin through.
We could have we could communicate with Harbin. Hello.
I'm gonna
Is that
convince
who I
Harbin to
think
make a
it
deal with
is?
the witch.
It's
Yeah.
Tosh.
Maybe.
Hello.
We don't know yet.
Oh my god, do we have Tosh? This is perfect timing.
No, I can't see anything still.
Perfect. Okay, well,
No.
while Tosh gets in, this is a great time for us to take a quick break.
Lance is going to start packing and heading towards the exit. He's going to tell everybody that he's going to find an overlook to watch the fight from fairly far away, as he doesn't plan to partake in the slaughter that's going to happen.
Neat. I'm gonna say, let me know where that is. That sounds interesting if all other plans fail. Sounds like a fun show.
I'll start a signal fire.
Cool. Might be around.
Okay. Lance, are you going to depart from here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find a cliff or like large hill.
Heard. And then Lance, turning, leaves. Okay, so we are back. What would y'all like to do?
That last strength then, but before that, is there a store that's kind of like unmanned?
A store?
Yeah, like that guy who got like eaten by the homunculus.
Let's go ahead and get everybody all together.
The apothecary store?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, is that kind of like unmanned or like unoccupied right now?
At present, yes.
Who knows? No one could know for sure.
Well, since everything's in disarray and that's probably going to be gone in the next day, I am not Lance the mercenary today. I am Lance the thief today.
Oh my god, you people are looting machines. Okay, so we're gonna go loot the apothecary shop.
Again. Yeah.
No. Isidore's gonna run home and start trying to like build something to like hide her home and hide it from all these people and shit and save her things.
Isadora, your hut is actually outside of the splash radius.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured it was far away. Like it took us a while to get there. If I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
her house is like half a day's travel.
Yeah, you're safe.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. I think.
Actually, I don't even
The
think it's that
hospital
far.
would
It's
be a
like
good
a
idea,
few
too.
miles. It's gonna be in trouble if somebody sets up shop like right here in Phandalin, like whoever wins this conflict. Because I'm pretty sure we said it was like a couple miles up the road. Like it's not real far, but it's not real close. I think half a day was a bit much. Unless it was half a day and I'm misremembering.
We could hold a feast in their honor, invite them into the city, and then poison all their food and kill them all.
These dragons? Oh, you told them
Oh,
about
not the
these
dragon.
dragons. By the way, these dragons that are closing in on the town.
Oh, they're dragons, not people?
They're dragons. One of them, and so basically what's going on right now is there's two storms. There's a massive like Category 5 hurricane coming in from the west, and a massive blizzard coming in from the east. Ragnhild informed y'all that the dragon coming in from the west is coming with an army of storm giants. However, the dragon that is coming from the east brings with it a freezing cold and doesn't really need an army because of how debilitating cold can be.
I don't know. Wind can fuck you up as well.
Wind can definitely fuck you up as well, but the thing about this dragon is it has such a massive environmental effect that really nobody's gonna be winning this. If any dragon wins, it's still really bad.
The red mercenaries agreed to help us if we had a plan that wasn't just gonna get everyone killed. But currently we don't have that, so.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go up to the tavern and make a plan then? Figure something out.
Alright. You wanna go have the beer?
I mean, sure, you gotta make plans.
But
Before we
first-
do that, I want to run back to our house and clear out my treasure room.
Okay.
I'll grab my stuff too, my little tchotchkes and
Alright.
weird things I made, I
Alright,
guess.
and so everybody's getting all their stuff.
Yeah, I need to raid my house too.
Alright.
Oh wait, I'm fine. That's right. Shit. I'll just tag along.
Your stuff's okay. In fact, your house is warded, generally. Although, if a dragon sets up shop, it won't be good.
I'm gonna go to the apothecary when I get the chance.
Okay. Is it okay? You're welcome to do your thing. Guys in the back cooking. You're going to the apothecary. Y'all are all getting your stuff. Anything you want in particular from the apothecary, Lance?
I'm looking for health potions, just anything that I can get my hands on.
You are actually
just gonna
not
look for
able to
everything.
find health potions. But there's lots of random bottles, bits and bobs, all kinds of stuff.
Read all the bottles, see what I can find.
Make me an intelligence check.
Oh, I love those.
It's not easy.
What? This is gonna be the one I like roll high on.
UI acting janky. There we go.
Wait, hold on. Did I roll that? Yeah, I did.
Good
I just suck at it.
lord, man.
Yeah.
Vicious rolls tonight. Well, Lance, there are a wide variety of potions and bottles. However, nothing you're able to easily recognize.
Well, I'm just gonna grab 4 random ones then and just put them in my bag.
Okay. Okay. Uh. Okay. Isadora, Fife Cruel, Echo, what would y'all like to do?
I'll follow Lance. Do you mind if I make a few alchemist tools checks for my project?
Sure. Sure. Fife Cruel, Echo, what would y'all like to do?
Did we still want to go to the tavern? Is everyone gonna meet up there?
Looks like y'all will meet there as soon as everybody runs like a quick errand or something.
Okay.
Errands y'all want to run? You want to go visit the paladins, anything like that?
We should go visit the paladins at some
I,
point.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys.
actually kind of wanted to go visit the paladins as well, because they're with the thing they caught, right? Or is that wrong?
Yes, they are with the thing they caught.
Yeah, I wanted to go visit the paladins too.
Okay, yeah, let's go to them.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. Keep in mind, Echo, you at this point you have not yet picked up that letter either.
I thought you said I had the information.
No. I gave you the letter in advance, but at this point there should be a response, but you have not picked the letter up.
Oh, I
How-
misunderstood what you were saying.
However, I will say it is interesting if you pick up the letter afterwards as opposed to before.
Well,
That's up to you.
well, the thing is, I wanted to. It would if I don't have the letter, it doesn't make sense for me to be going.
Okay, so Echo goes and gets the letter, and then you
I
go
will
to
go
the
check my
paladins.
mail.
All right, so Echo, you go and check your mail, and you have a letter within from, or rather, a raven has arrived for you with a letter from the Crimson Rite. Would you like me to read it? Do not have to. You can keep it to yourself if you prefer.
Kind of want to keep this one to myself for now.
All right, that's a-okay. Play it close to the chest. So, in that case, you are welcome then to go visit the paladins.
Cool. Can I inspect the letter and just make sure it's from from the Crimson?
Sure.
Crim.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat
Oh my
20.
god, that's my third. Okay.
It's
Okay.
definitely legit. It's the right one.
All right. All right. Then I will head my way to the paladin area.
Okay. So, Fife Cruel and Echo, the three of you will be headed to the jailhouse, while Lance and Isadora are looting the apothecary shop.
Oh, Isadora's with me. Okay.
All right. Let me bump you all over. Let's take a break from this song. I'm at this for a minute. Okay. So, making it here. The three of you arrive at the jailhouse to find the place lit but quiet. Although it's fairly large, the place appears to be completely empty. At least as far as you can see.
I'm gonna start walking through it. Moving forward, looking for someone.
I want to detect heartbeats.
Okay. What's the range on that?
Let me go find that out.
I want to say it's 30 feet.
30 feet.
Okay, yeah. Nothing that you detect within 30 feet.
Okay, it lasts for 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna keep that going as we walk through.
Okay. Alright, so everyone's just going to proceed? Just going to walk through the place. Now, as you proceed through the jailhouse itself is lit. And there's really only one path forward. Whoa! There we go. Once you get into the deeper part of the jailhouse, you will find that tucked pretty far in, at the end of a hallway, you will find the two paladins and a coiled woman in a cell. As you approach the paladins, you see that Mazoon, having recovered about as much as he is going to recover after being flattened by that ogre, is severely wounded. Despite having used healing magic and so on and so forth, he's got a severely injured leg. His face is half crushed. He's one of his eyes appears to be useless. And it seems he is no longer able to use his sword, but is opted to a light crossbow as a result of his injuries. As you two approach, Elok will sort of regard you, and he says, "It's good to see you again. You've made it here safely from your travels, then. Last I spoke, you were leaving town."
Yeah, and now we're back.
This woman here is going to sort of reach over and grab the bars, and she says, "Help me! Please, let me out of here."
Why is she in there?
And Elok sort of furrows his brows, and he says, "You can't listen to anything she says. She's a shapeshifter, some sort of deceptive creature. Slips in among us.
Sorry.
Echo, looking at this creature, you are going to be able to see very clearly thick black smoke that just sort of is emanated and just kind of wafts off of this woman here.
Okay.
And the woman, sort of rattling the bars, says, "Please, they're gonna kill me. You can't leave me in here like this."
Are they
Referring
gonna
to
kill
the
her?
three of you.
What are they doing?
Well, Elok sort of cocks an eyebrow at her, and he says, "The Sacred Inquisition is on its way here. Given the very unusual levels of dark activity that we've seen in the vicinity." He says, "Once they arrive in a month or so,
Huh.
they'll be able to deal with, whatever threat this creature poses."
Unless something big happens, this town's not going to be here a month from now, so that's not really a problem.
Yeah.
And he says, "I suppose you're referring to the storms outside."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Yes, I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. I suppose I could just leave this thing here, but somehow that feels not quite right either."
Perhaps we could take it off your hands for you.
Is this the creature that possessed the apothecary?
Whoops. Whoops. Hold up. Oh, that's right. I remember this one's a fucking weird map. I gotta do it like this. Yes, this is the creature that possessed the apothecary.
Is the woman possessed, or is the woman the creature?
The woman is the creature, according
Okay.
to the paladins.
Uh,
You can see that all of her clothing has been removed. The woman is naked in there, just so that she doesn't have any like tools or anything like that. And she sort of rattles the bars and she says, "Please, let me out of here. I don't deserve this."
Tell me, how did you capture this creature?
He said it wasn't easy. It was luck, actually.
Look,
I happened to be walking past somebody in the market, and, you know, I'd be damned if it wasn't right there just buying groceries, going about its business as if it were just one of us.
and how could you tell it was the creature?
How do you know the creature wasn't just replicating that person?
He says, "Well, they train us in the capital. We have a certain sense for these things. I believe you may have such a sense yourself. Given
what-
the way you were able to tell about the Rodros mansion."
And what do you sense if you were to use that power right now?
So, both Mazoon and... Oh boy. Both Mazoon and Elok are going to pulse with their divine sense. Hold the fuck up. And as they do, they are going to you see both of their eyes kind of widen as they suddenly realize something. And Elok, sort of turning on Echo, reaches for his sword and he says, "Gods above! It's one of them!" And he draws his sword, and Mazoon sort of painfully jumps to his feet, trying to lift his light crossbow. But when he does so, 3 of his stitches burst along the side of his leg, and he sort of cries out. He's going to take 3 bleeding damage, and he's going to drop to 1 knee as he
Poor
attempts
Mazoon.
to steady a crossbow at you, Echo.
Kill Mazoon.
The woman, Echo, meanwhile, is going to pull herself close to the bars, and she's going to whisper to you in a language you inherently understand. And she says, "I know you're one of us." And she says, "You can help me get out of here."
There's some major gaslighting going on.
what?
Okay,
Uh,
Echo.
Okay. Well, if
So-
he's about to pull out his sword on me, or he is pulling his sword on me.
Elok has a great sword that he sort of he's got steadied at you. And both of them are very alarmed. They can, whoa, shit. Whoops, let me correct that. They can sense that you are deeply steeped in something that is alerting them.
Yeah.
So they sensed this, like, for real, or is...
Yeah, they sensed
Yes,
it
they
because
sensed
one of
this.
my party members told them to.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
I had no
So-
idea. I thought
I
it
didn't
was
know
gonna
what was
be
gonna happen. I
revealed.
thought they already knew.
I thought that no, I thought that they were a bunch of dumbasses who just imprisoned someone who was already like,
Oh.
copied.
Oh, wait. You have those wasps on you, don't you?
I have one wasp.
That's probably what they sense.
Oh, I pull out wasp.
They're
Hey.
they're
Hmm?
alarmed by echo.
Oh, Echo. I thought they were alarmed by Fife.
No, they were already alarmed by me a long time ago.
I'm gonna reach out and kind of go, hey, there's no reason to fight. We're good here.
We're good.
We're good. And kind of
And Elok and Mazoon say, You don't understand. They can look just like us. Walk among us just like this. You'd never know.
Sus.
yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
I just look at him straight and I go like, I just wouldn't.
Yeah, don't.
We could
It's
very
under
easily kill
control. Everything's
Yeah.
handled. Yeah.
Just say it. We could kill you.
What Fife
you.
is trying to say is we could kill you.
We could kill you.
So
We could kill you.
Chill.
God damn it. So what?
know.
So. All right. So let's be clear now. Are you threatening them, or are you trying to persuade them of something?
I am trying to persuade them, and Fife I think is threatening them.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you threatening me?
Kroll, go ahead and roll me persuasion. Fife, go ahead and roll me intimidation.
I don't even know if I had to roll. That was 25 persuasion.
I'm good at one
my
thing.
word. Okay.
I'll do that for funsies though. I'm not very intimidating.
Okay. A 25.
And that's Elok and Mazoon.
That's
There.
That's Elok and Mazoon. So you can see that they are very alarmed. Elok is going to step back. Ooh. Okay, cruel.
Mm-hmm.
Elok is going to tell you. Oh shit. How would this happen? 25 is enough. I'm just trying to think of how this would be said. So he says, look, you and I, we've all been through quite a bit together. We fought those ogres. We investigated the Rodros Manor. You were keeping some exceedingly dangerous company. That thing could turn on you at any minute.
That's fine. Part of investigation we're doing. If you could, let us have the other one. That would be good too. We have a plan to save the town.
You want to take it with you?
Yeah.
At this point,
I don't know about that one.
the woman says, "Yes, please, save me. Get me out of here."
Shut up.
I love it.
Okay.
I think Echo will, with their hands behind their back in a non-threatening way, will kind of walk up to Elok, not super close, but close enough to be intimidating, and say,
Not within
No.
striking distance, right?
"No, not within striking distance. I'm not trying to attack."
Okay. He's got a great sword pointed at you.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, you know what's going on here, then you know I, of all people, to be most qualified to keep this thing under control. You should release it to us.
He says, I have no idea what's going on here, and I am under no inclination to release this creature to you. It was a great deal of effort to capture it, and it inflicted...
Deal of effort, you said it was just luck.
Indeed.
Well, it was luck that they actually found it, but they've been trying to capture this thing ever since it first happened with the apothecary. They haven't been able to find it. And he says this thing is, as far as we know, it's inflicted harm upon at least one of our civilians and may well do the same to others.
Okay. Neko's gonna say, so you admit you do not know what's going on here. So what we are doing is over your head.
Above their pay grade.
Yes.
Over our head, yes, but within our jurisdiction.
Above your jurisdiction. I'm trying to convince them. I don't know if I'm lying or not.
This
but
is
I'm
well
trying to...
within their jurisdiction.
I know.
They're like the witch hunter cops, right?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Cops,
I moved you back here. Let me put you up here.
It's okay. It's okay.
So yeah, this is well within their jurisdiction. This is exactly what they're sent to do. These are like two commandos who are like sent to deal with witches and either bring them in or eradicate them. In this case, they're awaiting the Inquisition so that the Inquisition can question this creature further because they are interested for a reason that you know, Echo, but has not been stated.
Yeah. The Inquisition's not gonna get here before this town's blown up unless you let us try what we're gonna try. So just trust us on this one.
That's a pretty good point. Go ahead and roll me persuasion at advantage.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's free.
Nice.
Ooh, a nat 20. Okay. Alright, Cruel.
Hey, I'm just checking. The potion of +2 never wore off, right?
I guess not yet, no.
Okay.
So, Echo, you're going to see like several beads of sweat sort of like run down the paladins' temples as they're like, their minds are both racing as they're trying to figure out what to do. And they say, very well. We'll do this. We will accompany you. But we're keeping this one within reach. And the two of you are to walk ahead of us.
Yeah, sure. Just, by the way, we're going to go see a Fey Witch in a little bit. So I hope y'all are cool about that.
They both just nosebleeds instantly. Oh my god.
Mazoon pisses a little.
If you're gonna go see a Fey Witch,
Quite a lot of information.
and Mazoon, sort of like gurgling through his half-crushed throat, is going to say, and how exactly do you plan to do that?
She left us.
Very careful. What? No.
Oh, very carefully. Okay.
Yeah, both answers are fine. Okay, well, I mean, with your nat 20, whopping 28, they are going to agree to this, but Elok is going to chain this figure to himself.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go then.
And y'all are to keep your distance. Let me change this icon. They'll give her like a cloak or something so as not to draw attention in the town.
Would we be able to talk together without them hearing us if we're walking ahead of them?
Yeah, we can whisper.
I don't think it'll be easy.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait.
We have high stealth though.
You might be able to try it. Yeah, you might be able to try something.
Ooh. That's a risk.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
I need like a woman token.
I'm gonna turn to Life.
Mm-hmm.
And I say in Fey, excuse me, in Sylvan. Fey's not a language. And I say in Sylvan, do you know this language?
Oh shit.
And then I ask myself, hold on, let me open my character's quiff rep.
Yes, Fife. It's like the language of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Fae. You know it.
And I say no and no. Like, maybe. I don't know. What? Do they know Faye?
Cruel definitely does not. Mazoon and Elok do not.
Okay, cool.
They're
Yeah.
both listening
we're
to
good.
you like suspiciously speak to each other in a language you don't know. Or you're whispering this, right?
I was like, we're whispering, but it is in a different language, so they probably,
Yeah.
if they hear us, they won't know
Roll
what
me
we're
a
saying.
stealth check. Well, actually, you're doing this right in roll me a stealth check while they're like chaining up this figure here.
You got it. 18.
Damn.
18.
I got 11.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Y'all can whisper all you like.
All right.
Undetected.
So I say to Fife and Sylvan, I think we can do one of two things with these people. These two paladins. Either we can use them to get to where we want to go, or just get rid of them because I don't see any need for them anyways.
See, if I remember the rules of this whole thing that my little bug friend told me, we need to get someone to take the deal. So I figure if we can trick one of these guys, if it ends up being a bad thing, who cares? We could kill them anyways if they make a problem. I don't really care one way or the other.
You should try it to Elok, maybe.
All right.
Since he's
Maybe.
one that's not injured.
Yeah.
That's a
Or
good
something.
idea.
I don't know. I feel like we could take one paladin as a group of however many of us are around, and the injured one is, even easier. So.
Yeah. So make one of them make the deal and kill the other one?
We don't have to kill the other one.
I would rather
But if
there be
it
no
comes
witnesses.
to it, I don't know.
I would rather there be no witnesses, no one to speak of it.
Oh, that's fine. Just keep going. Take out 1, 2, 3, however many.
Right. Well, later we'll have to get Cruel up to speed on this idea and the rest
I
of
just-
our group.
Yeah, he's usually down with whatever. You just start stabbing people. He knows what's up.
Right. Right. Well, let's. I'll leave you up to figuring out how to persuade one of them to take that.
True. Cruel's usually the more persuasive one of the people that I know, so probably be a good idea.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so we're all leaving. You're taking the paladins and the homunculus with you now, and y'all are going back out to meet the others.
Yep.
Yeah. We
Okay.
should also swing around try and see if Harbin's still around just in case.
Harbin's gonna go on the trip with us too, right?
Yeah. Road trip.
You're gonna bring Harbin to go see Meryl Suhana.
Politician.
While I'm still in the apothecary, I want to start looking for the gold, maybe that the cashier owner would have probably stashed somewhere.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Investigation. Wow. Okay. Okay.
When it comes to gold, I guess I got the nose.
All right. So, Lance, here's the thing: the cash register is still completely full. In addition to that, there is a small bank that's kept underneath the cash register. However, you don't see a key for it anywhere in sight.
That's okay. I pull out my lance.
That's okay. All right.
And I, like, start trying to pry it open with the lance.
Okay. All right, Isadora, you're going to see Lance begin trying to bust open the cash register. And
She doesn't give a shit that he's stealing. I don't know if she would have like the right chemical agents to like burn and like change the metal so that the lock is just like a hole, or like, you know, just push it out or something. Make some sort of check to help him open it.
yeah, if you want to make an alchemical tools check, I'll let you help him. Lance, you can make an athletics check.
Alright.
Yeah, hold on one moment, Bobby. Let me try something here. And
What
it's
are you
gonna
gonna
be-
do?
Here, watch this little rod. It's like like a pencil, but it's like a little metal, and just gonna start, I guess, glowing really bright. She's just gonna like insert it, kind of like melt it into the keyhole or whatever.
Like a superheated rod.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, my UI is acting up really weird. What'd you get there?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. Why can I not see that? Okay. Well, yeah, with a dirty 20, you're going to be able to pop that thing right open. Lance, you watch as Isadora inserts this superheated rod, and the metal just sort of sizzles and dissolves. Melts around it.
Hey, well, that saved me a lot of time. What's in it?
Cash register
Ew.
pops open. It's full of gold.
I guess you get half then, since you did that.
Isadora just like takes one gold coin, looks at it, puts it in her pocket, turns, and just starts looking for like all the rare ingredients from.
I shrug and just like dump the rest into my gold bag.
Okay.
I have no use for your monies. I am interested in knowledge and ingredients.
How much gold was from that exactly?
Go ahead and add like 64 gold. Pretty hefty amount. Alright, Isadora, you're looking for rare materials?
Yeah, you know, like how like in bookstores they have like the banned books or like the rare books or dangerous books. Like I imagine there's like something along the lines of that for plants, like exotic plants or like things that kill you if you like touch them. You know, just anything rare and just hard to find.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me a 1d100.
My favorite banned book of all time, Things That Kill You If You Touch Them.
Wait, is that a real book?
No.
Oh,
Things that kill you.
it's like they banned the book like that.
Okay.
Just
I
things
would
like
totally read
asps,
that book.
You know, I'm kidding. They don't kill you. They poison you.
Interesting. Tell you what, we will come back to this. I will tell you what exactly you're able to find, because I kind of need a table for this, but I don't want to eat up too much time on it. But let me follow up with you on that one, Tosh.
Real quick, I'm also gonna. How big is that bank under the register?
It's not a huge safe, but it's like a monitor, monitor sized.
Okay, I will direct Tosh towards that as well. In the meantime.
Oh yeah, can you open this safe for me?
Yeah.
Looks a little tougher,
Oh.
but you could take a crack at it.
It's bigger.
It's definitely thicker and sturdier. This is a safe as opposed to a cash register.
I think I might have something for this one. Well, give me 1 second.
All right.
She's gonna pull out like a powder and like pour water in it in her like mortar and pestle and just mix it all together. It's gonna be like cement, kind of like think like C4, and she's just gonna stick like little gem looking things in it, and she has like this little metal button that she's holding, and I don't know how long it'll take. It'll take a little bit, but she's essentially gonna fix C4 to the.
So you're gonna plastic explosives
Yes.
this safe open. Okay, go ahead and roll.
It's gonna be more like a versus like an explosion.
Lance has no idea what you're doing, so he just stands right next to it.
My fleshy friend, maybe you should stand by me.
He goes and stands by you.
Ooh, that's bad.
What'd you get? I can't see it.
Oh, nat 1 plus 8.
That one. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, so it's going to like erupt, and as this happens, Lance, Isadora, you're each gonna take just four force damage. Your ears are both ringing, but unfortunately the safe is not open.
Yeah, the stupid loud. Oh, I swear I was right. Oh, I can't hear. Oh, I can't. Oh,
I think we should leave.
I'm sorry. Usually my measurements are precise.
It's all right. We need to get out of here. Someone heard that. I'm pretty sure.
What? I'm just joking. Let's go.
I said someone heard that.
All right. So y'all step back out. Lance, you're welcome to take the safe or leave it. It really doesn't matter too much.
How heavy is the safe?
It's pretty heavy. It's probably like at least 60 pounds.
Oh no, I just leave it. I don't care that much about it.
Okay. So y'all leave. Stepping back out, you will see Echo, Fife, Cruel, Mazoon, Elok, and the two paladins are chained to a woman. And they seem to be eyeing the party carefully.
I walk up to them and I
Particularly
say,
Echo.
"What seems to be the plan here?"
What is the plan exactly? I can't remember.
Is that the pet?
Cruel, you said you were gonna talk to a witch?
Well, we can go get Harbin to join us, and then, yeah, let's go maybe talk to the witch.
We're actually getting Harbin to join us.
Yeah,
That'd be funny.
mayor of this town.
You tell me that we're gonna go talk to a witch?
Maybe.
Yeah, the one that we saw in the square.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Probably not, but we got two paladins, and we'll have Harbin with us, too.
Well, Lance has reservations about this, but he's gonna follow along for now.
All right.
Elok has reservations about this as well. As
Would
does
Isadora
Harbin. But-
know about homunculi? She can kind of create one as an artificer, but
Probably not quite like this. These are like naturally occurring abyssal homunculi as opposed to like a man-made.
has she seen anything like it before, though?
No, you have not seen anything like this before.
Okay, well, she will be very intrigued.
Then
by
again,
this.
that just looks like a lady to you at this point.
Okay.
It's just that Fife, Echo, and Cruel know what it is.
I see.
Do we think that the abyssal homunculi could touch the tree?
You don't know.
That's the tree. Touch
Touch the tree. No, well, let's go get Harbin and go talk to the witch. It's fine.
Okay. Cruel, roll me an insight check.
Yeah.
I would remind you that demonic magic is abyssal magic.
Uh-huh.
They are the same in nature.
Okay. Well, maybe that will be a way to get at that tree wood. But... Alright.
Okay. So, what are we up to?
What is this witch that you speak of?
Good question. We don't quite know.
Do you want to explain the cricket situation again?
So this guy, and then I pull out a bottle that has a bug in it, and the bug just looks weird, but isn't doing anything. It's just sitting in there being a bug, and I go, so this thing was talking to me, and it said, someone needs to make a deal with this witch. And then my good friend, Dragon Lady, you know her, she left. She said that was a bad idea, which it probably is, but
I am
I don't know.
inclined to agree with the dragon lady. Nothing ever good comes from talking objects or creatures or bugs.
True. This bug's being very mean right now and is ignoring me.
May I see your bottle?
Yeah, here you go. I toss you the bottle like I don't give a shit.
Ah! She's gonna like quickly move towards it to grab it, but like when you watch her move towards it, it's like slightly blurry where you're like, wait, hold on.
Hmm?
And then I don't know if I roll something. I just want to see if I can figure out maybe like the specimen or like if I like a history or like maybe I can recognize something about like the beetle or like its type or family or whatever.
It's definitely nothing you've seen before. It appears to be like an entirely new kind of creature as far as your experience goes.
I'm gonna shake the bottle.
Okay. Like rattles around.
And
The
then,
shaking interrogation
Kind of like
technique.
bounces painfully against the glass.
yeah, and then I'll put some heat under it a little bit. Like I'm just gonna like whip out like a Zippo and just like see if that'll get it to move a little bit.
Yeah, as you heat the glass, it's going to just try and like hover off the glass so that it doesn't get burned.
So it is alive. Okay, she's just gonna snap it back, hand the battle back, and then just start muttering in Dwarven and start writing down notes and walk away again.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely not dead.
Thank you, friend. Let us go see this witch.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright, so are y'all bringing Harbin as well?
I
Yeah.
want to. Someone needs to make a deal with this witch, so...
Should we also perhaps like put out an order to evacuate the city? Maybe, you know.
Yeah, they already know.
We have time. As soon as we get into the dimension, time's gonna move a lot slower, so...
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Unless we were lied to.
Okay, so who's going to go get Harbin?
I'll go.
Alright, Cruel.
I will also go.
Alright, so Cruel and Fife are both going.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see this. I want to see this dude get fought.
Isadora looks at Echo and goes, I have a dumb servant. I could have them pass out flyers. I could do that. In regards to like helping evacuate, like just write a bunch of notes that say, get out of the city.
Oh, do you know about the Feywild time thing yet? Josh?
Is it that portal we went into?
No, if we go into that 1 hour in our world is like 3 months in the Feywild.
Oh yeah, that.
It's Fey place. So that's what so like we won't have to evacuate the city if we go to this Fey place. Like to like prep
Maybe.
and get things ready. Possibly.
Yeah.
We're thinking about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a time advantage that we're kind of considering here.
So as Cruel and Fife open the door to the town master's hall, you see an exasperated Harbin, sort of standing behind his desk. Rather than comfortably sitting with his feet propped like he normally would, Cruel, you see he's quite red-faced. He's sweating a good deal, and his eyes look a bit puffy.
Harvey, baby, how's it going?
Yeah, you doing all right, bud?
Well, I'll be honest. It's not looking good.
You're telling me.
Hey, we have a solution, but we need your help.
We always need your help.
How could there possibly be a solution to this? What solution do you have for me?
Dark magic.
He says, what do you mean, dark magic?
I don't actually know what that means. Something about the fade, dark, I don't know, time dilation.
We're gonna go make a deal with someone more powerful than the dragons and get them to help us.
But
and we need your help.
You need your help.
Yeah.
We can't do it without you.
Well, my help? Well, what could I possibly do to
You're
help
the
with this?
hero of Phandalin.
You're
Remember
going
how
to
you
save this town.
slayed? Remember how you slayed that giant? The deftly dealt final blow of death.
We need your expertise. We need you on this mission. We need you
We
to help us
can't-
talk to this witch.
We
Can you-
cannot do it without you, Harbin.
you
You're
both
the
make
master
me-
negotiator.
Can you both make me a persuasion check, please?
Yeah. See?
Oh no.
He really is a hero.
Harbin is a hero. Harbin is going to save this town.
Harbin is going to save this town.
He should charge at the storm head on.
He says, he turns and he walks over to his shelf of trophies. And looking at his trophies, he rests his eyes on each one and then gets to the spot where a child's trophy once stood.
Do I still have my stuff on them? I go, okay, go, Harbin. I can make you many childlike trophies in the future if you help. And I show him the little shitty centaur one that I made myself when I got home.
Just give
You've
him his
inspired
trophy
me.
back.
You've inspired me, Harbin. You're an inspiration to us all.
Harbin the Ogre Slayer.
Harbin the Ogre Slayer.
And he turns to look at you, Fife, and he looks at the little carved trophy. And he looks back at you, Cruel.
And I'm handing it to him. I'm going like, this is yours. Take it, Harbin. You've earned it.
And both of you can see, for the first time, a glimmer of hope in Harbin's eyes.
And possibly the last.
As a way out from all of this stress presents itself. And he says,
That's
you
one
really
way of
think I can
looking at
do
it."
this?
Absolutely, you can.
You think
And
I'm...
only you can do it.
Only you.
Well, I did slay that ogre that was coming for our town.
We were all dead without you, Harbin. You saved us.
That's true. Even one of the paladins went down, and I got him.
Yeah. You walked away unscathed.
Unscathed.
This is amazing.
I forgot about that. He says, well, if you... The two of you wouldn't let anything bad happen to me, would you?
Never.
Never. You're our boss.
I would die for you.
Oh my god.
Tell him Lance looks up to him.
Lance looks up to you.
The
He told me
mercenaries
this in
were with-
confidence. He told me not to tell anyone, but I trust you more than
Oh
anyone,
my
Harbin. You
God.
deserve to know.
They were all telling us how cool they thought you were.
All right, y'all. Roll me one more deception check, each of you.
Deception? Okay.
This one's deception because they all told how awesome he was. Okay. All right, that's fine. He was on the fence. I'm just curious about it. And he's like, if you really think I can do this, maybe it's time that Harbin Wester steps up.
Yeah. I don't think you can do this, Harbin. I know you can.
It's time to become the town master I was meant to be.
We're all cheering. We're like applauding him.
Yeah. I go up and I, smack him on the back, and he kind of like tumbles over a little bit and then gets back up.
Yeah, I'm like
Oh my god.
yeah.
A lesser
And I
man
start
would have
chanting-
fallen over.
Yeah. As he leaves out, me and Cruel are following him as he exits the door, like chanting Harbin, Harbin,
Oh my god. Alright. So, y'all come back around the corner. And Harbin Wester now accompanies Cruel and Fife.
fully gassed up, ready to go.
Fully gassed.
Tell me this: is Harbin convinced enough to be chanting his own name as he comes around the corner?
He is not chanting his own name.
Okay,
However,
okay.
he does look quite confident.
Okay,
Um,
I'll take it.
a little uncertain, but he looks much better than he did when Cruel and Fife walked in on him. And looking at the paladins, Harbin sort of walks up and he says, I hear we're preparing to do some good work. We're going to save everyone, and I want you to know that I'm here to get the job done."
And me and Cruel are behind him, nodding, like just like doing like go along with it, go along with it.
And Elox says, "You're a brave man, Wester."
Give Harvin 2 of my random potions that I just grabbed from the shop.
Okay.
And be like, I don't know what these do, but you're gonna need them.
I'm going to need them. Well, this thing we're doing, it's not too dangerous, is it?
No.
Yeah, but
No.
it wouldn't hurt to have potions.
Yeah, potions
Listen,
are always
just-
good to have.
Okay.
It's always good. You want backup plans to your backup plans.
In fact, do we want to go rob the apothecary one more time, Harvin? I say in
One
front
more-
of everybody.
If you just have potions, I can make some for you. Look.
Not robbing. Only we're
Oh.
authorized to do such things in times of an emergency. He says, sort of eyeing
Exactly.
the paladins.
All right.
And he says, "Very well. Well, where do we get started?"
Well, let's do the invitation.
Okay. So everybody.
What's going on?
We are going to show the paladins this eye, which is sort of burned into the ground here. Okay. Everyone sort of gathers around it. And
What's this we're about to do?
This is us going to see the witch, right?
Yeah, I know. I was asking it in Lance's voice because he was
Oh.
uncertain.
you can't mean it's
yeah.
in there, Harbin says, pointing at the symbols on the ground. It's
I
just
mean,
a
that's-
drawing.
That's gonna take us there. I mean, it's not like it's a magic drawing, Harvin. Come on.
You've seen magic before.
Yeah.
Well, how does it work?
I whispered to Cruel, "Is that how it works? I don't know how this works."
I don't know how to open this. I was hoping you did. Ask your buddy.
My buddy, he fucking hates me. He flipped me off last time I looked at him. I mean, I guess I did let one of my friends try to light him on fire, but really.
If I haven't seen this before, Isadora's gonna draw that in her notes as well, the symbol and how it works.
Okay.
Did no one get instructions on how to use this?
I
As
don't know, I
everybody's
imagine
like
you-
sitting around the eye trying to figure out how to use it, it is going to blink.
Mhm.
And let me see if I can fill that up. Oh, damn it. There we go. It's going to blink. I fucked it up a little bit. But when it reopens, there is just like a murky black pit. And there's almost like a soft kind of bubbling miasma that comes out through the top.
Lance is going to take several steps back.
It's about the size of a manhole. Harbin sort of looks around at everyone nervously, suddenly realizing his role.
Mhm.
He says, maybe this isn't such a good idea.
You've got this, Harbin.
Yeah. Come on, let's go. I'm gonna just hook Harbin's arm in mine and walk with him towards the portal.
Oh no. He says,
He
well,
was screaming.
I'm not so sure, Cruel. This seems a bit hasty. Maybe
Alright,
we
I'm
should send someone in first to take a look.
On the count of 3, you and I are gonna go in. You ready?
1, 2.
Harbin shrieks as Cruel and Harbin both just like jump through the portal, and you're going to see as they like sort of step into it that they just simply drop right through as if it were like water, and they vanish through to the other side.
Cool.
All right, is everyone else gonna follow in suit?
Yeah.
Lance is going to wait.
Well, I'm gonna hold back too until everyone else is in.
Yeah, the paladins go in before Echo goes in.
Elok and the homunculus. I don't know if they're going to go in.
Why not?
Isadora's too curious. She's gonna walk through.
Elok says, I don't know if it's a good idea to bring this in here. Mazun, why don't you check it out first?
I'm like staring at him, perfectly able-bodied, and like, just like, huh, okay.
Mazun says, I'll take a look. And then he will pass through as well. Alright, let me get everybody onto this map. Lance, are you going to stay behind with Elok, or are you going to go through?
Lance is scared of this thing. In a way. Like, this puddle.
I haven't gone through
doesn't-
yet either. I'm
He
holding
doesn't
back
fuck with magic, and he doesn't fuck with magic that looks like that.
It's pretty dark magic-y looking.
Yeah.
Echo sees this hesitation, and they will go up to Lance. Just say, you do not want to go in.
I don't trust it. I don't know why
I
they
don't
did.
trust it either. It would be foolish to trust it.
That is the most foul-looking, bubbling mass that I've ever seen. And they
Does
jumped
look
right
bad.
in.
It
I
might,
haven't heard any screams.
right? And it might provide us with an option to deal with these dragons, which I know is a pretty big priority for you.
But like this, who knows what's on the
What
other
choice do you
side?
have?
They trusted an amalgamation of a creature that appeared in town square and caused chaos. And we're going into what seems to be its home.
I mean, we went through that portal, didn't we?
What
The other
portal?
one. The shiny crystal portal and the amethyst thing.
No, that was more appealing though.
It was
Wow.
very shiny and colorful. This
Was
is black
very
and
shiny.
dingy. Yes.
Yeah, but it's also shiny. So it's like oily.
See some like grotesque demonic creature either that's associated with it.
Hmm.
So
Want
what's
to
the
go
rule
in
about
there?
this thing?
Sorry, what was that?
I mean to ask him. So what's the rule? 3 months equals a day or an hour?
3.5 months is an hour.
Yeah,
Does
Like an
Lance
hour
know
out
that?
here. Yeah, she said it out loud.
What was the
While it
question?
would give me a lot of time to train for my future endeavors,
Mm-hmm.
this is not the idea I had in mind.
Nor was it mine, but it seems it's the best option before us at the moment.
Hold on, let me look at something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can see Elox eyeing the like bubbling hole sort of anxiously as well. There's no response from the others.
We've been in there for a really long time now.
Ollie.
Hold
I
on.
lean over to Elock and I go like, I can't believe you sent him in by himself.
I trust him. And in these situations, there's just not that many of us. We're spread thin.
If you do anything to that weird thing while we're gone, though, I'm gonna be very mad at you.
Just be careful. You're the one who's got that other one walking around with you.
Eh, I always am.
Hunter, did you get my message?
Let me check.
You know the character I'm talking about, right?
I don't know who that character is. But I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
It's a level 5, but I can downscale.
Okay, yeah, we can totally figure that out. But you do not have to go in there.
Yeah, Lance refuses.
That is totally okay.
To step in.
Okay, so you can stay out here with Elock.
Yeah, he'd rather stay out, and he doesn't trust anything in there.
Okay, no sweat. Echo, you can see pretty clearly that Lance has made up his mind. Fife, you said you stepped through already?
No, I haven't gone through.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Echo just looks at Lance and says, "You know what? It's probably for the best that you stay up here and keep an eye on that paladin and that creature there. We have someone
Yeah.
on our side."
Keep an eye on him.
Lance says, "The best of luck to you. I'll try and find help other ways, but this town, it may be doomed."
Echo is gonna give Lance one of the health potions that they got. Just in case.
Alright, one health potion. I'll send you the thing, Hunter, real quick.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, so
Echo.
Echo and Fife.
Shall we go?
Sure. Before I go through, I pull the bottle back out with the bug in it and I shake him awake again. And then I undo the bottle and I just let him go.
It sort of hovers in place and watches you for a few seconds. And then flies into the eye and vanishes.
That's not ominous. Anyways, I guess I go into the hole regardless.
Okay. Fife vanishes into the hole as well. Down to Lance, Elock, and Echo.
Echo goes in.
Okay. And then everybody appears in here. Oh, I need to put Fife on here. Crank that volume down a little bit. Boop.
I remember this place.
Oh,
I don't know, I just DC'd.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay. So you all appear inside Meryl Suhana's pocket of shadow. It's a vast open expanse, sort of limitless in every direction. In the vicinity, you all can see these sort of shadowy shapes kind of writhing in place, sort of out about in the dark here. Before you stands a large wooden cabin, sort of alone in this endless expanse, an oasis of sorts. But it's not a warm-looking cabin, but an unsettling, old and decrepit-looking place. As you proceed towards it, the door on its own sort of slowly opens to greet you all, and we will call the session there.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm going to change this character sheet that I sent you. That's not the right one. There's a bunch of shit from Shadowrun in there that I gotta get out of there.
Okay, no sweat, no sweat. Okay. Very, very interesting. So, we will start here next session. Y'all don't necessarily have to go to the Feydark straight from here. Just keep in mind that time is of the essence. The more time you burn here, you will lose a huge amount on the back end, if that makes sense.
So
I thought it was the other way around.
faster? Yeah, I thought it was the other way around too.
Time is faster there, which makes it feel slower, which sounds kind of crazy. So basically, if you go there, 3.5 months there equals 1 hour here. So if you burn 2 hours here, you're burning 7 months of your time that you could have spent over there. Does that make sense?
No,
Don't burn
No.
time on
I
this
think
side.
everybody didn't. I don't think any of us.
Are we not in the Feydark right now?
Yeah.
No, this
They-
is not the Feydark.
This is the Meryl Suhana place.
Yeah, she makes her own little pocket, but she's offering a way to the Feydark.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Mhm.
So, to clarify this, or to ask once again, if you're in the Feydark, if you stay in there, every hour you spent in the Feydark is 3 months in the real world?
Other way around.
Okay, so okay. It was
Every
right
3
the first
months
time.
you spend in the Feydark is an hour in the real world.
Okay, I thought you said it backwards earlier.
Which means we have a lot of time in the real world.
Means you don't have a lot of time. Well,
That doesn't. I don't understand.
No, I see what you're saying, actually.
It's
You
like
do
a
have...
hyperbolic time chamber from
Yeah, exactly.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You
We're
go in
training
there.
Type perfect
yeah.
cell.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Ray. Yes, you do have a lot of time in the real world. Just keep in mind the equation. So, like, if y'all end up, like... Say if you take a long rest in the real world, that's going to end up burning a lot of your potential time, if that makes sense.
In the real world.
Right, in
Yeah.
the real world.
Yeah, which we are technically still in right now.
Yeah, so
We're
you
moving
have
in
to go to
real
the
time.
Feydark.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're moving in
real time
normal
still.
real time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So going to the Feydark is like pressing the pause button, or the
Right.
super slow-mo button.
Right. Okay. That's okay. Got it. All right.
Okay. Alrighty, y'all. Well, just a heads up. Yeah, I'll go ahead and bring the session to a close here.